Pilipinas. I don't want to say Makati ng Pilipinas kasi hindi naman po sa akin pong palagay ang Makati po ay stock market at hindi po yun ang talagang pinupuntahan ng tao. Pinupuntahan ng tao ngayon is yung merkado. Ang merkado is yung ating Divisoria. But going back to this one, we hope to be able to connect with Mike Billington. It's a very serious problem, and the United States is going to be has already been hit. The stock market of the United States, Wall Street, has already been hit by a dive of something like more than 2,000 points drop. The figures, when you say 2,000 points drop, ang ibig po sabihin niyan, that's about 10 billion or more than $10 billion per point. So if you multiply $10 billion times 2,000, no, nandiyan ka na po kung ilan na trilyon dolyar ang nalugi dito sa mga nagnegosyo at tumataya dito sa stock market and bond market sa bansang Amerika. By the way, dapat maalalahan ninyo na ang tumataya sa Wall Street, hindi lang po mga Amerikano. Karamihan po ng Wall Street investments na pumapasok sa speculation, maybe about 60% or 70% of that coming from the rest of the world. Tayo po, malamang yung ating pong reserves, yung sinasabi nating reserves, no, ay nakapasok din dyan sa Wall Street. Di ko po alam kung paano minamanage ni Benjok na yan at kung sinong underwriters ang nag-i-invest para sa atin sa Wall Street, pero sigurado ako nalugi na tayo dyan dahil bumagsak na po ng 2,000 points at baka hindi niya nahila yung ating investments. Pero that will be the secret of Benjok, no? And I'm sure he's not going to be disclosing this to the Filipino people. No? All countries, funds, no? Especially the treasury funds, are most probably in some form of investment in Wall Street. Nakapasok dyan sa mutual funds, nakapasok sa treasury bills, nakapasok sa iba-ibang pong klase. Ay delikado po dahil ang bansang Amerika ay isa sa mga pinakatinamaan ng coronavirus economically, na at nag-umpisa pa lang po yan. This is just the start. We are facing what you call a perfect storm. Medyo matagal na tayo pong nag-uusap, and if you remember, ang inyong lingkod has been talking about this global financial systemic collapse, na which means this is happening because the United States and Europe has been printing up a lot of currency in a what they call quantitative easing, called bailouts, no? Yung pong ine-imprenta nilang dolyar para ma-bail out yung mga bankero, yung mga malalaking bangko na nakataya sa Wall Street. Kasi bumabagsak po yung Wall Street, malulugi yung banks, but they're too big to fail, so mag-imprenta na naman ng Federal Reserve, papahiram na naman sa mga bankero, no? Sa mga bangko, tapos itataya na naman yan dito sa Wall Street, no? Paikot lang ng paikot, pero ang nangyayari po, siyempre, lumalaki ang money in circulation, pero ang tunay na ekonomiya hindi lumalaki. And that's why we are expecting a hyperinflationary blowout, not just for the United States, but also for Europe. The same thing that was happening by European Central Bank. Ganyan pong nangyayari. Maabot na po sa halos 2,000 trillion ang overprinting sa bansang Amerika ng dolyares. No? And I don't know, but pretty close to that din ang overprinting po ng euro. So we are facing a possibility of a global financial system collapse. Kasi po, wala nang value nung ine-emprenta na dolyares, no? Ang nagbibigay lang ng value dito ay hindi yung mismong mga ekonomiya nila, kundi yung ekonomiya natin, the economies of the rest of the world who are still using the US dollar as a base currency. If that base currency continues to go down in value, eventually this cannot be sustained, and that dam will breach. Magkakaroon po tayo ng global hyperinflation, and the magnitude of which is devastating. Di po natin ma-explain ng mabuti exactly what this would mean, pero ang ating pong halaga ng currency ay almost overnight mawawalan po ng value. You cannot buy anything with the US dollar. And if you are linked to the US dollar, you will not be able to buy anything with your Philippine peso. This is the scary and nightmarish part of this global financial systemic collapse. But this did not happen only now. This whole contagion has been in a process. It was building up. Para pong ano yan eh. Parang nagkaroon na ng earthquake dati at itong tsunami, no? Itong tsunami, pagdating na dito sa shores natin, nakikita natin nagbi-build up na papunta dito yung tsunami, no? Sa whole financial system. And we don't know exactly when that thing is going to tip over and flood up the whole world, no? But it's going to, because nothing is stopping. What makes it worse, and pushes that even faster, is this coronavirus, the coronavirus situation. So meron po tayong dalawang klaseng virus. Itong coronavirus, which is hitting the whole world, no? And devastating in terms of economic downturn. All countries have now scaled down. Their whole projections of growth have been redone, and they're not expecting anything in the next few months. They're hoping, of course, that this thing is going to last only for 2 or 3 months. But it doesn't seem so, because the United States is projecting 18 months before things get normalized. So you can just imagine whether, if the United States expecting 18 months, what about countries like ours? Will we still be in a position to function as an economy by that time? That one we'd like to discuss with our good friend Mike Billington when he comes on air in the next few minutes. Meanwhile, we'll take a break.
That time check was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Parami na ng parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Juanita Bueno, isang housewife. Mabilis mangalay ang aking braso. Nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako. Napansin ko talaga ang malaking pagbabago.
Mabibili sa mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kapag kintab ng sahig ang pag-uusapan, dito na tayo sa number 1, Star Wax Floor Wax. Kintab ay to the max.
Tayo na't maglinis ng sahig, kumendeng-kendeng tayo mga misis. Kapag kintab ng pag-uusapan, dito na tayo sa number 1. Mag-Star Wax Wax, Star Wax Wax. Yan ang kintab na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax ang #1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Buhusan man ng tubig, balikintab ang sahig.
Star Wax, wax, Star Wax, wax.
Star Wax, di amoy gaas.
Star Wax ang #1 kintab na to the max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, ang #1 floor wax. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Ang fair and may bago na Doble pack, makatipid ka ng 6 pesos versus wax sa bagong Bear Brand Doble Pack.
Bago! Bear Brand Doble Pack. Makatipid ka ng 6 pesos versus suggested retail price of 2 glasses ng swak. Pang 2 baso na, 18 pesos lang. Bili na sa suki na tindahan.
Ang fair and may bago na Doble pack, makatipid ka ng 6 pesos versus wax sa bagong Bear Brand Doble Pack.
18 pesos is the suggested promo price. Savings based on suggested retail price of 2 glasses of Bear Brand swak. Promo is until July 31, 2020. Per DOH FDA CFR or permit number 0161, series of 2019. Bear Brand fortified is not suitable for infant feeding and is not a breast milk substitute.
Palakasin ang resistensya, iwas-iwas sa sakit with proper diet and exercise.
Hi, Daddy Delphin Geronimo po para sa MX3. 2 years ko nang kasama ang MX3 capsule. Ang MX3 capsule ay may clinical study na low in sodium, cholesterol, and fat-free. Tested and proven ito. Mag-MX3 araw-araw. Tunay, natural, at original. Tulad ko.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
That news was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
24 hours of germ protection. Shield Bad Soap, Shield Bad Soap. 24 hours of germ protection. Shield Bad Soap, Shield Bad Soap.
Protektahan ang kalusugan ng pamilya. Mag-Shield Bath Soap regularly. Kills 99.9% ng germs at recommended pa ng Philippine Nurses Association.
Shield Bad Soap, Shield Bad Soap.
Shield. Galit sa sakit, may malasakit. Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Radyo Trabaho. Ang inyong gabay sa hanap buhay.
Dito po sa Philippines, it's 5%. Pero sa China, it's something like about 3%. And in Spain, it's still somewhere there in 5%. Pero dito sa Italy, medyo nakita ko ang figures, if I'm not mistaken, it's reaching pretty close to 10%. No? Medyo malaki po doon. No? But tinatanong ko po doon sa isang kausap ko in regard to this, no? Kung ang tinamaan ng coronavirus ay 100%, tapos ang namatay ay 5%. Gusto sabihin yung 95% buhay at they recovered eventually. No? Sabi niya, oo, ganyan lumalabas. No? Sabi ko, isn't that good or bad? No? Well, sabi niya ganyan, because sabi ko parang ganyan din yung statistics sa ordinary flu. Yung ordinary flu medyo mataas din ang mortality rate. Tapos meron din tayo, for example, tuberculosis, mataas din ang, dito sa Pilipinas, mataas din ang mortality rate. Ba't tayo masyadong kinakabahan pagdating dito sa coronavirus, no? Ang sabi nga sa akin, kasi itong coronavirus, ang ano dito, nakakatakot dito is highly contagious. Highly contagious. And it is lethal. Lethal in the sense na mabubuhay nga yung iba, maraming mabubuhay, kakayanin, pero not without the sacrifices that we have to make First, mabubuhay tayo because meron tayong quarantine. Sa flu, wala naman tayong quarantine, sabi niya. Mabubuhay din tayo dahil lahat ng resources ng gobyerno sa kalusugan ay nakatutok dito sa coronavirus. Kung hindi natin tututukan ito at kung hindi magkakaisa ang mga iba-ibang ahensya ng gobyerno, lalong-lalo na kung hindi magkakaisa ang iba-ibang bansa hinggil dito sa kanilang mga natutuklasan ng gamot, tutuklasan na magtutulungan sa dito sa test kits, testing kits, etong mga masks, no? Kung hindi tayo magtutulungan diyan, sabi, baka mas malala pa mas marami pa talagang mamamatay. So, which seemed to be a correct, I think, perception dahil kung walang ganitong siguro the statistics will be worse. Kung hindi ka naka-quarantine, for example, siguro mas maraming mamamatay, no? Kung hindi papansinin ito ng ating gobyerno at pabayan na lang magkahawaan ng tao, siguro nga maraming mamamatay, no? Because the kind of sickness, although it has flu symptoms, para bang severe flu, no? Severe flu daw yan, no? At grabe daw ang effect of parang asphyxiation. Kasi dito sa China, nung may, siyempre, ina-analyze nila, pinapag-aralan na mabuti. Nung ino-autopsy nila yung mga namatay, nakita nila na itong kind of disease na ito, may malaking heavy build-up of the phlegm. Build-up daw yung phlegm dito sa air ducts, saka papunta sa lungs, papunta sa baga. Sobra daw ang kapal ng plema. Kanya daw yung gamot, pag ininom nila o mabigyan mo sila ng gamot, hindi daw makapasok. It gets obstructed by all the thick mucus, no? that is created by the disease. And so what has to be done is to loosen that phlegm. Gagawa ng paraan paano gagawing maluwag ang tema. Tayo po dito, alam na natin madalas kung paano ginagawa natin, iinom tayo nga ng maiinit na tubig at kalamansi, no? O kaya nag-i-inhale tayo ng yung hot steam, no? Yung ganyan para medyo lumuwag ang daanan ng ating hangin at medyo lumambot yung mga plema na naninigas dito sa ating daanan ng hangin, no? And sabi nga, this is the only way. No? Now, in many cases, dahil nga hindi naagapan, kung minsan masyadong matagal na. Tapos, dahil matagal na yung phlegm, nag-build up dito sa air ducts, papasok na daw yung heavy phlegma, mucus, dito sa baga, sa lungs. Mabigat na yung lungs. That's where pneumonia sets in. And pneumonia is the ultimate killer. No? That's why the old people who are more susceptible to pneumonia are the first ones really that get hit. No? Kasi nga mahina na yung kanilang capability to be able to expel the mucus that is building up in their lungs and in their ear ducts. Well, I am not a doctor, but I was I was happy with the explanation. I learned a little bit more, to understand what it is, so that in case I felt the symptoms, more immediately, of course, papasok na tayo dito sa ganitong klaseng preparation, itong steam, itong mucus that should be prevented from building up, a lot of vitamin C, and whatever else, and then plus, kasi hindi daw umuubre itong mga antibiotic. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Dahil daw itong virus na ito is not an organism. It is not a virus that, moves around or swims around like that. Kung makikita niyo dito sa tawag dito sa microscope, it's more like they said it's a protein. It's a protein molecule that is covered by a very thin layer of fat. That's how the person describes it. And it thrives on mucus. Pag meron kang mucal deposits dito sa throat o sa air ducts mo at nalanghap mo to, meron kang sipon, nalanghap mo to, yung fluids dito sa bibig tsaka sa ilong is where it will thrive. And then, ano pong nangyayari? Nagmumultiply yan kasi para siyang nag-geometrically multiply itong virus na ito. Dumadami. But yung cover ng layer of fat, sabi nila, is very thin. And readily, if you drink warm water, it doesn't like heat. If you drink warm water, it melts out the fat and patay agad yung virus. Or you drink warm water or hot drinks to push it down all the way to your stomach, and the gastric juices kills the virus. Ganyan po daw ang behavior nito. Pero kung hindi mo maagapan, magmumultiply siya at dadami yung mucal deposits dito at aabutan po yung baga. And that's when it becomes more and more dangerous. Tapos yung mga simptoma, yung iba-ibang simptoma ng coronavirus, lalabas na lahat. Yan po daw yan ang nakikita kong explanation. Napakarami pong mga explanation tungkol dito sa pinagmulan ng coronavirus at ano-ano. Pero mukhang ito lang, itong nabalitaan ko recently at narinig ko was the most simple and reasonable and logical explanation so that I could understand it. Seems that we're having difficulty connecting with Mike. We'll take a break.
Hirap ng paghinga, mabilis ang pagtibok ng puso. Senyalis yan ng asma. Iwasan ang asma at ang iba pang mga sakit. Mighty C, ang alkaline na vitamin C na nagbibigay ng proteksyon sa ating katawan para everyday healthy. Mighty C, ang alkaline na vitamin C. Mighty C.
Ang Pride with Fabric Conditioner. Ngayon, may blooming na bango ng Sakura. With Fabric Conditioner, may Sakura Blooming Pearls para sa labadang blooming sa linis, labadang blooming sa bango for as long as 24 hours. Para sa blooming na labada, i-Pride Sakura mo na. Pride Sakura Blossom. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
Abangan ang programang hatid ay kaalaman tungkol sa serbisyong medikal ng PhilHealth. Kasama ang ating radyoman na si Jenny Pahilanga. Sabay-sabay tayong tumutok sa Alagang PhilHealth sa Sentro Serbisyo sa Umaga. Tuwing Lunes alas 10:15 ng umaga dito lamang sa RMN DCXL 558 Radyo Trabaho. Para sa karagdagang kaalaman at iba pang katanungan, makipag-ugnayan sa PhilHealth sa numerong 844-17442 at i-like ang kanilang official Facebook page at PhilHealth Official. Alagang PhilHealth. Hatid sa inyo ng PhilHealth, your partner in health. Ang oras, alas 7:30.
That time check was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Panatilihing masaya ang paglilibang. Ang paglalaro sa kasino ay para sa may edad 21 pataas lamang. Magtakda ng oras at limitahan ang gastos sa paglalaro. Huwag magsugal kung nalulungkot. Huwag hayaang makasira ng buhay at pamilya. Para sa impormasyon ukol sa responsible gaming, tumawag lamang sa hotline numbers 623-1869 at 0917-592-6618 o bisitahin ang www.casinofilipino.ph. Isang mensahe mula sa PAGCOR. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Parami na ng parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Sandong Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Sally B. Bartolome, isang barangay kagawad. Madali akong mapagod at nahihirapan kumilos. Nung nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako, natulungan ako nito na mas maging masigla araw-araw.
Mabibili sa inyong mga suking butika.
We are one versus COVID-19.
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 Imagine all the people living for today.
Ito ngayon ang hamon ng panahon, hamon ng kalikasan, hamon ng pagkakataon.
The virus is now taking more lives of those who are not senior citizens.
Pero ito rin ang panahon na dapat tayong magtulungan. Hamon para mas magkaintindihan, tamang pagkakataon para magbayanihan. Walang lamangan, walang lamangan. Laban sa iisang kalaban. COVID-19, kaya nating talunin.
Hindi dapat tanggihan ngayon kung alin bansa galing ang alok na tulong sa Pilipinas para labanan ang COVID-19.
Kami sa DCXL Radyo Trabaho 558 kHz ay kasama nyo sa pagtulong sa tamang impormasyon sa tuloy-tuloy na pagsasahimpapawid ngayon. Hatid ang mga aksyon ng pamahalaan patungo sa pagbangon. Walang lamangan. Iisa ang ating kalaban. COVID-19. Kaya nating talunin. Radyo Trabaho. Ang inyong gabay sa hanap buhay.
Noon ay love na love kita sa aking dishwashing. Ayun pala kadiri ka sa antibac ay bitin.
Ang akala ko pa nga, lahat ng kalamansi dishwashing liquid, antibac ang galing!
Kaya mag-Smart Dishwashing Liquid na. Mapakalamansi o lemon parehong antibac. May double tanggaling formula. Tanggal galing ang sebol, tanggal galing ang bakterya.
Smart liquid dishwashing, smart ang tanggaling-galing.
Smart Dishwashing Liquid. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Working from home, so our office is locked up like most offices. So I'm at my home in Hamilton.
Hamilton, okay. Now, so you're Hamilton, Virginia, and that's how far from Leesburg?
Oh, only about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. Mike, while we could not contact you, I was trying to brief our listeners about the situation in the United States and the rest of the world, that there is a confluence of events in terms of a preparation for a perfect storm, wherein there is a global financial systemic collapse plus another is the global pandemic that's going on. And the hardest hit might become the United States and the whole of Europe. I just wanted for you to take it from there.
Well, we're at the end of an epic. You know, Helga Zepp LaRouche has long warned that we were approaching the end of an epic of history. And I think it's now, the old system is finished. It's just completely gone. It's still in its death throes. So you may not notice that it's gone. But if you look, there's two viruses now sweeping the world. There's the coronavirus, but also the financial virus, the speculation virus, which has effectively exposed that the entire Western financial system was absolutely, totally bankrupt. Just as we now see that the health systems across Europe and America were bankrupt. This is the end of a long, long process where all of the policies of Franklin Roosevelt, the Glass-Steagall, the fixed exchange rates, the idea that the World Bank would fund development in the third world, all of those are dead. And yet we don't know what the new paradigm is going to be. I mean, obviously, as you said, we're facing probably the greatest crisis, not probably, definitely the greatest crisis since World War II. But we also, because of the severity of that crisis, leaders around the world and billions of people around the world are beginning finally to recognize that the old system has brought us to ruin and the threat of an existential disaster for the entire human race. Not just the virus, but also the collapse of the system and the threat of war. So we have the potential for an entirely new system. And if you look at what happened just in the last few days, there was a meeting of the G20, which included, of course, Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, Narendra Modi, and Donald Trump. And in that call, those four key leaders, who are the leaders that Mr. LaRouche always called the four great powers, who have the strength, if they work together, to create a new world financial system and a new paradigm for mankind, to replace the British Empire and Wall Street and the entire financial oligarchy who have ruined the economies and now even the health of the human race. So they had a very good discussion. And then Donald Trump got on the phone with Xi Jinping and talked for an hour about how we collaborate on dealing with this crisis and also dealing with the economic and financial disaster which was sparked by this coronavirus. It's not the cause, and it's important that people recognize that the coronavirus was not the cause of this economic breakdown, but the spark that has unleashed the four horsemen of the apocalypse, as they say, on the world. Because we had allowed our infrastructure, our health system, our culture, and our financial system to be effectively turned into one great big ugly bubble, which is now bursting. So it's a dangerous, dangerous time, but it's also a moment where everything that this movement here in America, there in the Philippines, in Europe, in China, in India, everywhere that Mr. LaRouche set loose this power of a great idea that we can restore humanity if we end the power of this financial oligarchy, the British imperial power, and end speculation and go back to what was once well known as the American system, that we control credit through our governments, not through the private bankers, that we have national banks so the government can direct that credit to do what's required. And of course, at this moment, what's required is a huge, huge investment in both taking care of people, but also building a health system that's worthy of the dignity of man. unlike what we have today. And when we look at what is about to happen in Africa and in South America and in the Southern Hemisphere, if this virus is allowed to spread into areas where there's virtually no health structure, where the immunity system of the population is far, far lower than here or in the Philippines, then we have potential Holocaust, the kind that Prince Philip and Bertrand Russell prayed for, when Prince Philip said that there's too many people I wish when I die, I hope I am reincarnated as a deadly virus. So look out, Butch, that coronavirus that's crawling around might be Prince Philip in his incarnation.
Well, I thought that he was still alive. You see, did he pass away already?
He's the walking dead.
He's a walking dead. Mike, Helga mentioned something about the 4 laws of Lyndon LaRouche that have to be taken seriously in consideration if and when the 4 powers get together. And this has to be in the agenda as to how to deal with this present situation. Would you be able to explain each of these things?
Sure. I mean, the first, of course, is that what Franklin Roosevelt did the day he came to office in 1933 was that he shut down the entire banking system. He called it a banking holiday. The markets, Wall Street and so forth, had already been closed because there was such a panic. And what Roosevelt did immediately, as you know, and as you've explained to your audience many times, he told the banks that they could not reopen unless they could show federal regulators that they had cleaned out the gambling, that their speculation in stocks and bonds and what we call derivatives, wild speculative investments, not in the real economy, but just gambling with other rich people, that all of that had to be wiped off the books. Now, at this point, what Helga is calling for is that we immediately shut down the financial markets, because as you know, every single day it goes up or down 1,000 points for the Dow, 10% in one day, up, down, up, down. It's completely out of control. It has no relation to the real economy, and it should simply be shut down and then allow us to begin the reforms of the banking system through reimposing Glass-Steagall, which would end the speculation immediately, because you would separate the commercial banks from the investment banks. Investment banks would not be bailed out by the government, only commercial banks, but the commercial banks would be forbidden to use depositors' money for speculation or for stocks and bonds or insurance. They could only use that money to invest in the real economy. So that's the first law of Lyndon LaRouche. The second is, as I said a moment ago, we have to have national banking, not central banks. We have to have, each government has the right to form a bank owned by the government who has the power to direct credit into what we call the general welfare in the American Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, that it's the elected officials. And we have to keep a mind on who those elected officials are, because they can be corrupt too. But we cannot leave credit in the hands of bankrupt banking interests who are only going to do what Wall Street just did here in America the day before yesterday. You probably have heard about this and talked about it. But the Mnuchin and the Federal Reserve and the Treasury are putting $4 trillion into bailing out Wall Street.
Wow.
This will create hyperinflation, like 1923 Germany, where all of a sudden, all of your savings, people who worked all their lives and saved up, let's say, 5,000 marks, all of a sudden that money was worthless, absolutely worthless because of hyperinflation. And if this is allowed to go through, we're facing that kind of disaster where people's savings and their income are suddenly turned into toilet paper because of hyperinflation. So rule number 2, a national bank, we have to have the right, every government, every sovereign country has the right to have a bank with which they direct the credit into their system, not the private banking interests. And the third and the fourth are basically that we need to have that power to direct credit into industry, agriculture, infrastructure, and emphatically the fourth law, into the frontiers of human knowledge, into a space program, into developing fusion power, into optical biophysics, so we can finally figure out really what a virus is. Viruses are not all evil, you know. Viruses are the key ingredient in evolutionary processes in the human beings as well as in animals. And if we master the power of virus, we can not only stop these horrendous pandemics, but we can actually help to cure very serious diseases, figure out what causes aging, and to begin to give people a longer, healthier life. So this is one of those moments where there's the greatest potential for a true global revolution in science, in technology, and emphatically in culture. And as you know, this is the year of Beethoven, and Mr. LaRouche, throughout his life, called on everyone to think like Beethoven, that it's the creative power of classical art and classical music especially, which gives human beings the creative potential to make great discoveries in science, to participate in transforming nations politically and culturally, and move the human race forward into a paradigm where we no longer think in British geopolitics about us versus them and zero-sum games, but we start to think in what Xi Jinping calls win-win, or the common future, that we live in a common future, or what Helga always said, was that we live on the basis of the common aims of mankind. And this is that moment. The opposite danger, if it fails, is pretty obvious to everybody now. They see that the world is facing an existential crisis, but we take advantage of that because it makes people give up their delusions, their fake axioms that they think somehow they will take care of things. Now people are beginning to see that they, each and every single human being who has the creative power given to us by the Creator, has a moment in which history calls upon them to act upon that love and that creativity. If we don't, then I think people know the consequences, but they have to be optimistic, inspired by the fact that we have a chance now to achieve what this brilliant genius, Lyndon LaRouche, set in motion 50 years ago.
Mike, people are concerned here, of course, what's going to happen in the United States. We've seen so much politics and how the Democrats have been trying to get rid of President Trump. Do you think that President Trump fully comprehends what you're saying here? And is he going towards that direction, at least to give us the kind of, the rest of the world, the kind of hope that we need?
Well, as you know, Butch, over Trump's past, not just the past 3.5 years of presidency, but over the last 20 years or more, he has talked about just about every one of these things. But he is not a normal politician. He didn't come up running for mayor or governor or Congress. He was a businessman, he made deals, but he had a very unique way of thinking. He did have access to LaRouche's ideas. As you know, Roger Stone, who was one of his closest friends, considered LaRouche to be the greatest genius of the 20th century and made sure that Trump had access to these ideas, and through other means. So he knows these ideas. He is surrounded by evil people, including in his own cabinet. Not just the Democrats who were the tools of British intelligence, of MI6, Christopher Steele, who were trying to run a coup against the United States to overthrow the president and to effectively impose British indirect control through Wall Street. But Trump, as you know, I mean, here's Trump talking just yesterday with Xi Jinping and saying, you have a great nation, you're a powerful leader, let's work together to solve not only this virus, but let's work together to bring about an economic transformation, that we bring a new thinking into our financial and economic system in order to achieve development for my country and for your country. And yet here's Pompeo, Trump's Secretary of State, virtually on the same day, saying Xi Jinping and the Communist Party of China are the greatest threat to the human race, to our way of life, to our freedoms. We must unite against this threat to civilization. What in the hell is going on? Why has Trump not fired Pompeo the same as he fired John Bolton? And as you know, Trump said correctly that if I had listened to John Bolton, we'd be in World War VI by now. And the same is true of Pompeo. And the same is true on the financial side. He doesn't have a political machine. He's not a Democrat. He's not a Republican. He's an American who is trying to change the destruction of our country and the world that's taken place since the death of Roosevelt, and especially since the murder of John Kennedy. With the murder of John Kennedy, we saw the British mode of thinking and the British mode of economics take over our country systematically. So instead of thinking like Kennedy about we will go to the moon within this decade, we will bring the world and the nation together with a optimism and a commitment to science and technology. And then Kennedy was killed. We were driven into a colonial war in Vietnam, which did as much destruction to America as it did to Vietnam. And thank God America lost, so that Vietnam is a human society today. God knows if it had been treated the way George Bush and Obama treated Iraq and Libya, turning them into terrorist hellholes with basically armed terrorists, armed by us under Obama, running chaos and driving millions of people into refugees, helping to destroy Europe. We're in a dark age brought about by the long-term process of destroying the American system after the death of Roosevelt, the assassination of John Kennedy, and then a few decent tries by Ronald Reagan, and even a little bit of a try by Bill Clinton at one point. But since that time, we had this disaster of 8 years of Bush and 8 years of Obama, who have set the world on fire with wars all over the Middle East, with a mobilization for war against China and against Russia, the building up of this crazy Russia, 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 as if there's some threat from Russia or a threat from China, when in fact, Russia and China together are doing what Roosevelt wanted to do through the New Belt and Road. They're taking this idea of development and infrastructure as the way to lift nations out of poverty to every country on earth, all over Africa, all over South America, exactly what Roosevelt wanted to do. China and Russia are more American than America today, which has been turned into a British puppet. But we have with Trump this unusual fellow, rather brusque, sometimes shoots from the hip, as they say. But we have the potential, if we have an aroused citizenry who are committed to acting as human beings here and in Europe and in Asia and in Africa and in South America, we have the potential through the new paradigm, the 4 laws of LaRouche and the Belt and Road of Xi Jinping. And as you know, Not only is the Belt and Road building infrastructure in nearly 100 countries, but now China has taken the lead in fighting this coronavirus, which they demonstrated they were capable of defeating. As you know, they've now opened up Wuhan, they've opened up Hubei province, because they were able to contain it through drastic measures, no doubt. But I think those drastic measures are necessary, and you have to have a government with the strength to stand up against fear in the population and the enemy, the business people, people like Mike Bloomberg, who are calling for shutting down hospitals, who are saying that we should allow the virus to spread, we should let the old folks die. There was a Dutch epidemiologist the other day who said that we in Holland don't have the problem from the virus that they have in Italy, because in Italy they make a terrible, terrible mistake. They allow old people to go into the hospital to be cured. We don't have that cultural problem in Holland, he said. We let the old people die. This is fact, pure and simple.
Yeah, well, I was something caught me when you had said that Russia and China are more American than America is today. But in that, there's so much truth to that, because much of what we used to admire in America and during the John F. Kennedy days is no longer the same, and yet it had somehow shifted to Russia and China because of the leadership and the quality of actions that they had made. Like China has now been much more magnanimous or understanding in sharing whatever it knows to the rest of the world. And Putin has done a tremendous job of trying to keep peace in that region of the world, in the Middle East and the rest. And and then defending the sovereignty and allowing these countries to function as sovereign nation states. I mean, these are the things that America used to do, but now America seems to be the aggressor. I was wondering whether Trump was of the same mold as Kennedy, or is he going to fall in the same trap as these guys now?
Well, he's an unusual, unique figure. I wouldn't try to compare him to Roosevelt or Kennedy, but he has learned from Roosevelt and Kennedy. And for this era, he may, as Helga once said, if Trump adopts LaRouche's program, if he joins the new Silk Road, the Belt and Road, and if he resolves this global pandemic, not just by paying people $1,000, which you might need to do because people have millions have lost their jobs and they need immediate support. But the cause of this crisis is that we allowed our financial and economic system to be taken away from the American idea and turned over to the British, where speculation and globalization, anything to make a bigger short-term profit. That's what drove globalization. That's why we shut down our industries here and shipped them overseas, because we didn't care about our country. We only cared about the Wall Street bankers maximizing their profit by getting the cheapest labor possible, by not having any redundancy. Mike Bloomberg, when he was mayor of New York, shut down 20 hospitals. And that was going on all over the country. All our rural hospitals have been closed. In the Philippines, as you know, doctors and nurses are virtually unpaid. They flow out of the country into the United States to work here. I think, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30% of our doctors and nurses come from the Philippines, and they're great doctors and nurses.
Yeah.
But why in the hell do they have to come here to work? Why why don't you have the capacity to take these well-educated, brilliant young people and have them serve your nation rather than sitting up all night doing call centers serving the colonial master back in the United States who can't fix his computer. So he has to call up one of your brilliant young people who has to sit up all night on a call center earning virtually nothing when he could be an engineer, a scientist, a technician, somebody building the country. Why? Is because your country, like most developing countries in the world, were effectively destroyed in their ambition to become modern nations. In your case, as you know, Ferdinand Marcos, who had 11 great industrial programs, he was building steel mills, nuclear power plants, infrastructure, roads. That's why they threw him out. That's why George Shultz and the neocons, Paul Wolfowitz, mobilized the so-called ETSA revolt to throw Marcos out and to throw your country, which was one of the most advanced countries in Southeast Asia and all of Asia at that time, and basically turned it into a basket case that it is now. And of course, that's why Duterte was elected. He swore he was going to change that. That's why Trump was elected, because he said, no more colonial wars. We're going to bring our industries back home. We're going to stop this drug craze. We're not going to allow this lie about climate change to be used to shut down our economy. And people voted for him. Just as Duterte said, we're going to end this drug craze. And now he, like Trump, has the opportunity in this crisis to basically reimpose the kind of development policies that Marcos had, to develop the kind of real sovereignty that's been lost in your country and my country and all over Europe. And by the way, you may not know this side of things, Butch, but the EU is crumbling, absolutely crumbling. The European Union leaders met on 2 days ago, and instead of saying we will help the southern countries of Europe, Italy, Spain, who are suffering literally thousands and thousands of deaths and tens of thousands of cases where their hospitals are full, where doctors are being forced to decide who they should treat and who they can't treat because there's no time and there's no facilities. This is, and instead of saying we will help you, they said no. You have to maintain the austerity conditions of our financial system. And yesterday, Macron in France said, this is not the European system we were supposed to have. This is a cruel, evil system that would sit by while people are dying. And the Prime Minister of Greece, who said, this is an abominable system. We cannot be tolerating this. We have to finish this virus, and then we have to finish the European Union, which is no union at all. It's a bunch of scoundrels and snakes. So the EU will not survive this period, and we can go back to sovereign states. And let me add one more thing. Sometimes when you say, when you hear Trump say we have to bring our industries home, people think, oh, well, they're going to take jobs away from China or away from the Philippines or something. No, look, China needed the technology, but we didn't have to send them our factories. We needed to have the sense of goodness that the American founding fathers did, that our science and our technology will be made free to those countries so they can build their own scientific and industrial economies. We didn't need to ship our industries there. We just need to help them with our technology. And that's where we stand today. Of course, the irony is that China has now proven to be a more productive nation than the United States. It's not as big an economy yet, but it soon will be. And it's taken the lead in many scientific areas of knowledge, like landing on the far side of the moon, on having 25 to 30,000 kilometers of high-speed rail, where in America we have none, zero, not a single inch of high-speed rail. where they have the capacity to build infrastructure as they proved in Wuhan, where they built 3 hospitals within a couple of weeks in order to meet the needs. These are things that China has done as a true economic miracle over these last 30 years. And now they want to share that technology the way Roosevelt did, the way Kennedy did, but which America doesn't do anymore. They want to share that technology through the Belt and Road. And this is what we can and we must get America to join, to have Trump. As he says, America first. For China, it's China first. But as sovereign nations, we then can work together, not on behalf of these unelected bankers sitting at the IMF or sitting at the European Union, but on behalf of each sovereign nation state who believes that human beings are born in the image of God and have the right to be part of a growing and expanding nation and a growing and expanding world. So this is the moment of truth. It's a moment of truth. Does the human race have the moral fitness to survive? In which case we have a glorious, revolutionary, and Renaissance future ahead of us. Or do we sit back and watch these fascists, and that's, I think, a clinical term for those who would rather see millions and millions of people die than to risk the power of the bankrupt financial interests.
Well, President Trump is, of course, facing the gargantuan task of not just saving the U.S., but saving the world. And he, because of this coronavirus, plus, I suppose, plus other problems that he's had in the United States, he considered, and now has done so, declared a state of emergency in the United States. Now, it is obvious that his enemies will do everything they can to try to stop him from doing what is right. Is it ever possible? I know it's not in their tradition, but is it ever possible for the United States to declare martial law in order to be able to do whatever is necessary?
No. In fact, some of the people who are indeed fascist in their thinking, they don't think of themselves that way usually, but not only do you have these right-wing types saying that it's crazy to shut down business, we should just let the virus go and let people die, and eventually there'll be a herd immunity, the way a herd of cows. Finally, most of them die off, but those who live have immunity to the virus. That's the way they're treating the human race. But there's also the so-called left-wing fascists who are saying this attempt to shut down our economies and our theaters and our stores and our sports. Oh, that's terrible. This is a plot to impose military control. They're going to claim that this virus is so dangerous when in fact it's not. We should just let it go. This is just these people who want to have military control. We don't need military control. We have to take the power of this reality, which has control. And even as you may know, many of the Democrats who were at the leading of the pack against Trump with the attempts on Russiagate and on the impeachment, many of them are now working with him. Democratic governors like Cuomo and Newsom out in California are praising Trump for what he's doing and for the aid he's giving to them. And we succeeded in passing a bill through the Congress, which has some very, very bad aspects, but at least it does have some emergency support. Now, in terms of the military, the key thing here is to mobilize the military to not only help in countering this virus and building the infrastructure we need, but also serving as a political force to demand that we do that. Now, we have the Army Corps of Engineers here in the United States. These are the people who are now being rallied by Donald Trump and by the governors together in building new hospitals, taking existing, like the Javits Center in New York, which is a huge exhibition hall, which they're transforming into a hospital for 3,000 people, which is supposed to be open on Monday, this coming week, in just a week's time, transforming that into a hospital, the way the Chinese did in Wuhan. So in that way, they're working now in I think half of the states, and very soon I think the Army Corps is going to be active all over in every state. They're now building well over 130 new facilities around the country. And in this way, they're not only using their expertise as engineers, but they're also getting the military to be part of a fight to get Americans to join in a campaign to restore our commitment to great infrastructure, to building things rather than letting people die. So in that way, we mobilize the military as a moral and a political force at the same time that they're helping to rebuild the infrastructure that has been destroyed in this country. Now, it's not always the same in every country. So I wouldn't want to tell you exactly how to deal with your military, since, of course, historically, you've had extremely corrupt military leaders like Ramos and others who helped overthrow your government and basically impose the death curse on the Philippines by privatizing electricity and privatizing water. These are the people who shut down the nuclear power plant at Bataan. So you have to be very cautious when you're dealing with the military. But, military forces, if they're committed to this kind of development, can serve to support the nation and the people.
Well, I would like to think, of course, our situation is a bit different, but we are facing some problems as well because in many respects, our country really has been taken over by the oligarchy, as you said, in the different privatization schemes. Right now, the same group of oligarchs are in control of energy, water, the mass transport system, telecommunication, healthcare, hospitals, and whatever have you now. And they're in almost total control, including the tollways of all the highways that are being constructed. No? For some reason or another, they didn't construct it, but they seem to be the ones collecting the fees for it. No? But now this is the kind of control they have over the country, and as you know, what happens is, of course, there's a lot more, and you could see it manifested in the level of quality of life of our people in general, a lot more poor. Now, this kind of coronavirus didn't help at all because many of our people are on a daily wage earners. They eat whatever they earn on that day, and this is a very, very serious situation for us. No?
Right.
We have made the call for the president to suspend the payments of electricity and water, because right now, electricity and water together comprise something like 30% of the monthly income of our people, of our minimum wage earners. And this is a tremendous burden. If you compare it to the United States, electricity rates cover about 2% of the monthly wages. But here, it's 30%. So it is no one can live under that situation. That's why there are people that are calling for some more draconian measures to be taken.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to assert what must be done in your country.
Yes.
But I have followed very closely not only your work over many, many, many years. I know you've been the leader of a fight to renationalize your utilities to end this looting process of these oligarchs. And I, of course, was very glad to see that Duterte finally sort of clamped down on the privatized water oligarchical families and threatened to nationalize them, threatened to force them to pay for what they've looted from the people. And he certainly has the opportunity at this point, because of this corona crisis and the economic crisis it's causing, like you said, for especially people who are suddenly without their daily wages, to do exactly what you said. And it's the human thing to do. It's also the sovereign thing to do.
That's right. That
the sovereignty of the nation is what comes first. And if the people are being destroyed in order to maintain a bankrupt financial and oligarchical structure, then this is no longer a republic.
Yeah.
This is what we're facing now is the danger of actual fascism in the worst sense of taking over countries. So I think if you look at Europe, where the leaders of the Europeans once called the southern countries of Europe the pigs. P for Portugal, I for Italy, G for Greece, S for Spain. Now those are the four countries now facing literally tens of thousands of deaths and hundreds of thousands of people. And these are the people who were revolting against this tyranny that's being imposed.
Yeah.
And we have organizations all over Europe, and we are committed to ending the tyranny of the EU, restoring sovereignty to each country, and in cases like in the Philippines, where our utilities and transportation have been privatized, to reassert national sovereignty, to nationalize these utilities. You know, people say that's socialist. Well, it's not a question of capitalism or socialism. It's a question of the British system or the American system. The American system was committed to the idea that the federal government is responsible not for our businesses, but for our infrastructure, meaning our transportation, our water, our electricity, our schools, and our hospitals. You look at our health system. Under Roosevelt, we had what was called the Hill-Burton policy. It didn't own the hospitals or the insurance companies, but it passed a law that said that every community must have a certain number of nurses, a certain number of doctors, and a certain number of hospital beds and of ICU units per population. Wow. And if you had a big city where private hospitals were able to make enough of a profit that they could function, that's fine. But if not, then the government came in and built public hospitals, and this was especially true in the rural areas where people couldn't afford to, where there wasn't as much business, basically. You couldn't afford to have a private hospital. But the law was that the state and the government would necessarily build those health facilities. So what happened? Well, when, at the same time, with Kennedy being killed and the British system coming in, it was not profitable to keep these hospitals open in the countryside. All of our health care was privatized. All of our hospitals basically became part of the insurance companies, the HMOs. And the result was it was profitable to the owners to shut hospitals down, to deny health care to people, or to make it so expensive that it virtually was denied. And that's why we're in the mess we're in today. So that sense, the kind of thing you're fighting for, that says it's the moral right of every citizen to have health care, to have education. And it doesn't mean that we must have this kind of socialized medicine. It means the government has the absolute right and the necessity, the duty, to make sure that either public or private, the healthcare needs are met, the transportation needs are met, the access to affordable power and food, of course. These are things that the American system was committed to. It's what led to every great period of progress in America under great leaders like John Quincy Adams, like Abraham Lincoln, like Franklin Roosevelt, and like Kennedy. But unfortunately, we've had many, many presidents who were on the other side, who were servants of the British, like the Bush family, like Obama. And we're now having to overcome that disaster, as you are having to overcome the overthrow of your nationalist government under Marcos and the systematic looting and destruction of the population and the economy by these international financial cartels for whom your oligarchy serves.
Yep. Well, on going back to the discussion we had there earlier, and before we let go of you, Mike, many people are wondering whether you had mentioned earlier in your presentation that we're entering the four horsemen of the apocalypse period. And are we now, with the things that, with the quality of leadership of Trump, which is at the very least giving us a lot of hope, no? And you've got the other leaders like Xi Jinping and Putin also now talking. Can you say that we are far further from war or closer to it under these present circumstances?
Well, what you just pointed to gives hope. I mean, if you look at Russia, China, India, and the United States, what LaRouche identified as the four powers, which is the necessary minimum alliance to actually replace this British imperial power, you have extraordinary leaders in every one of those countries. As you pointed out earlier, Xi Jinping, who has taken the miracle transformation of China over these last 30 to 40 years, where 700 to 800 million people lifted out of poverty. It's unbelievable. And Xi Jinping, even after this outbreak of this horrible crisis, is committed to the deadline that the Chinese leadership set itself as the end of this year to absolutely eliminate abject poverty. They still have somewhere in the range of 15 to 20 million people in the most difficult areas of the country who are living in abject poverty. They have lifted 700 to 800 million out, and they intend to finish the job this year despite the setback of this virus. So you have a great leadership there. As you mentioned with Putin, not only is he working closely with Xi Jinping on the Belt and Road, but he intervened against Obama in Syria. Obama was committed to destroying Syria the way Bush and Obama, had destroyed Iraq and Libya. Syria was supposed to be next in line. And the Russians moved in and said, no, we're going to defend this sovereign government, which is anti-terror. And it was the Obama administration who was arming the terrorists in Syria, all right, which is what General Flynn exposed. And that's, of course, why the Miller people, when they went after Trump, went after Flynn especially. He's fighting back now, as you know. But this gave hope that, especially with the election, with several events that took place in 2016, the Brexit, which was the first blow to break up this oligarchical European Union, the election of Trump, the election of Duterte, and similar things that were taking place in Europe. This was the sign of a revolution against this idea of the outside non-sovereign forces having power over our sovereign nations. And this revolt has reached a point now where we can take advantage of this crisis, the crisis of the two viruses, as I said, the coronavirus and the financial speculation virus, to end this once and for all and bring together these great powers. Modi in China, in India rather, is not carrying out as an ambitious a program as Xi Jinping, but he's well loved by his countrymen, and he's capable of bringing India and Russia and China together with the United States under Trump to literally end the British Empire once and for all, to end geopolitics, to end the zero-sum game, to end this green deal, green virus, this idea that we can't have progress because there's too many people in them and we're going to burn up the world with progress. Well, hell, we're going to move to the moon and to Mars and beyond. That's the way you inspire human beings to think like human beings, is that you realize that we're not condemned to live on this earth. We are the unique species, as far as we know, in the universe, that can in fact go out into that universe, who can bring creative reason and the creativity granted to us by the Creator to bring about a kind of positive transformation of our solar system and potentially even the universe. So we have to think that way in this crisis and not get caught up in local thinking or limited thinking, but to actually see that we're at the end of an epoch. We are responsible, each and every one of us, each and every human being, to make sure that this becomes a renaissance, that this becomes a new paradigm for the human race.
Well, I'll take your answer as because of the hope and because of the four power alliances that are now coming up. We are at least facing the other direction from war, and the total reverse situation was existing that time with Obama, where Obama was already preparing the encirclement of China and Russia, and practically preparing for war. Good that Hillary didn't come in to make it to the presidency instead. Now, just as last question before we let you go and before you give your final statement, Mike, on the politics, I assume that assuming that the election is going to push through in November of this year in the U.S., and looking at Biden, he looks a bit lost. His actuation and his reaction to certain things seem to be showing some signs of not in control. But therefore, the key person here would be his vice presidential candidate, who may have to replace him in case he's not able to run. Who do you think this will be?
Well, there's several people who are in the running. The most dangerous person right now in America is Michael Bloomberg. Now, he had to drop out of the race, Mike Bloomberg.
Yeah.
You know, he's the guy that made billions and billions and billions of dollars. But people have to know that he's not just a rich Wall Street guy. This is the leader of the international green finance cartel. He and Mark Carney, who just left as the head of the Bank of England, and who actually took over Bloomberg's position at the United Nations as the person in charge of this green genocide. And they all met together out in Jackson Hole last year. Bloomberg, the head of BlackRock, which is the biggest, they have $7 trillion under their direction, and Mark Carney, and so forth. And at this bankers' holiday, they all declared that the leading issue facing mankind is the overpopulation and the danger of climate change from carbon. Now, I don't have to go through explaining to your audience that this is a hoax, that carbon is good for the human race. It's plant food. That's what plants eat. You want more carbon. It has nothing to do with the climate. But these people are now admitting that they are indeed fascist, meaning that their policy, Bloomberg and company, is that banks are going to be instructed by law to not lend money to any business which has carbon, which means every power plant, every transportation system, virtually every industry will be told, sorry, you can't have any credit because there's carbon produced by what you do. Now, this is a threat to mass genocide. If you recognize, for instance, that Bloomberg has been in the forefront of shutting down coal plants around the country. Now, the older coal plants that are not modern, they do pollute a lot. Real pollution, not carbon, but real pollution, particulate that actually pollutes the air and the water. So you do want to modernize your coal. But if you were to order the shutdown of coal internationally, you can just look at Africa, where half the population, 90% of the population's energy comes from coal, and half the population doesn't even have energy, let alone clean water to wash their hands to stop the virus. We're looking at genocide at a scale, a mass scale, that the coronavirus only hints at by the financial virus. So the danger is that Bloomberg or somebody under Bloomberg's control would become vice president, and then somehow it would, of course, take more than a miracle for one of these Democrats to win the election. But there are other means of getting rid of Trump. You're familiar with assassinations.
Yes.
The danger is that this poor fellow Biden, who's clearly in the early stages of dementia, and yet they're running this pathetic character as a presidential candidate, which is just unbelievable. It shows how absolutely decadent this country has become, that this poor guy who, with Obama, was responsible for the overthrow of a Ukrainian government and the putting in of a fascist government in the So, I mean, this is a crisis of civilization expressed by the very fact that they would dare to put this pathetic figure up as a presidential candidate.
Yeah.
So what happens, I think, is not so much the election. If Trump is healthy and well and alive, he'll probably sweep the election, unless perhaps there's a complete financial breakdown in these next few weeks and months, which could be blamed on Trump, even though, as I pointed out here, it's something that's been building since the takedown of Glass-Steagall back in the 1990s, or even before, in 1971, when Nixon did away with the fixed exchange rates. So this is, it's a dangerous situation, but it's one in which, again, the only resolution to these problems is the entire package. We have to now take this crisis as a moment where people are capable of thinking globally, to end geopolitics, to think about a resolution of the scope that we had with our original revolution, with our civil war against the British-spawned Confederacy and slavery, and in Roosevelt's battle against fascism, which he recognized as something that had been brought about by the British Empire. So we have to have that courage. We have to have that sense of building a new paradigm for mankind as a whole. And if there's ever been a moment in which it's possible, this is it. It's not easy and it's dangerous, but this is the moment of opportunity. And we here in America appreciate the work you've done, Butch, and that the LaRouche Society and the organizations that you've built have created a sort of a juggernaut, small, like our organization here, small in size, but very powerful in ideas. And in a moment of great, great crisis like this, people look back and they say, who's been telling us the truth all this time, now that we see that these scoundrels have destroyed our country and the world? And this is a moment in which people will appreciate the fact that you, like LaRouche, never just did things in order to get people to sign on but not mean anything. But you fought to find those ones and twos who were willing to commit their lives to transformation, to the big package, to the moral thing, and not just for their own self-satisfaction or some sort of self-payback. So I commend you, and I call on you and Itos and the rest of our friends there, Kathy, Ver, to keep up this fight, to keep working with us and with our friends in Europe to bring about this new renaissance.
Well, as always, Mike, whatever you've been presenting to us has always been inspiring. And it is through you that we here, the Philippine LaRouche Society, have always gone to you, in order for us to get the kind of education, kind of information that is going to do good, not just for our country, but for the rest of the world. Thank you very much, Mike, for your kind words. And this will not be the last, of course. The last time we'll have you, especially when I have Itos with me now, despite the fact that we are all locked down. I want to tell you also that Itos and I are going to start a new program via this channel. It's going to be called LaRouche Hour, and we will be discussing much of Lyndon LaRouche and all of these ideas that are just right now around, but it needs to be explained and properly appreciated by our people. Thank you very much.
Let me add one thing.
Yeah.
Let me add one thing, Butch.
Yeah.
I know you know that we're scheduling to have our big national conference on April 25th and 26th. That, of course, has had to be canceled. But we are going to go ahead with a virtual conference. We're going to hold the conference. I'll send you the invitation in the next day or two. Okay. And of course, it'll be held during the day here, so that's the middle of the night over there. Okay. But it will also be archived. So I encourage you and all of your associates and all of your listeners to plan on tuning in to what will be a major, major international conference. We'll have spokesmen from Russia and China and India and Africa and South America, as well as from across the United States, addressing culture, addressing science, addressing the political crisis and the economic crisis. So it'll be April 25th and 26th. Mark it on your calendar, and we'll let you know more.
Okay, we'll promote this and let all of our friends know about it, Mike. Thank you, and do take care. Coronavirus is deadly.
You too. Keep Prince Philip away.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
That time check was brought to you by Milo. Milo every day.
Marami na ang natulungan ng Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Carmy Pagayunan. Nagtatrabaho ako sa isang bakery. Palagi na lang nasa mainit na lugar. Kaya namamanhid yung mga paa ko, yung mga balikat ko. Sinabi ng kaibigan ko, itry mo yung Santon Plus. Naging magaan na yung pakiramdam ko sa katawan ko. Hindi ko na masyado nararamdaman yung pangangalay. At hindi na ako masyadong napapagod. Kahit overtime sa trabaho, okay lang.
Kayo rin, mag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule na. Mabibili sa mga butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
One day, isang araw, ay napansin ko, toothpaste na binili ko sa fluoride, bitin ito!
Ang leading brand kasi, hindi lahat may maximum fluoride. Kaya, Mrs., mag-Unique Toothpaste. Lahat may maximum fluoride protection laban sa tooth decay.
That's why kaya ngayon, unique ang toothpaste ko. Kahit anong kulay, maximum fluoride ito. Goodbye sa tooth decay. Unique toothpaste every day.
Unique Toothpaste, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Abangan ang programang hatid ay kaalaman tungkol sa serbisyong medikal ng PhilHealth. Kasama ang ating radyoman na si Jenny Pahilanga. Sabay-sabay tayong tumutok sa Alagang PhilHealth sa Sentro Serbisyo sa Umaga. Tuwing Lunes alas 10:15 ng umaga dito lamang sa RMN DCXL 558 Radyo Trabaho. Para sa karagdagang kaalaman at iba pang katanungan, makipag-ugnayan sa PhilHealth sa numerong 844-17442 at i-like ang kanilang official Facebook page at PhilHealth Official. Alagang PhilHealth. Hatid sa inyo ng PhilHealth, your partner in health.
That news was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
Parami na ng parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Sandong Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Juanita Bueno, isang housewife. Mabilis mangalay ang aking braso. Nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako. Napansin ko talaga ang malaking pagbabago.
Mabibili sa inyong mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Radyo Trabaho. Ang inyong gabay sa hanap buhay.
As a matter of fact, naging guest pa natin sa radio yan, no? At marami tayong natutunan. There was one time, the very first time that he came here, he taught us to sing. And we started singing Beethoven choral and Mozart chorus songs like the Ave Verum. Kilig si Mike, and he's also one of a kind. Yan po si Mike Billington. At marami po siyang sinabi tungkol sa bansang Amerika, anong nangyayari globally, at pakinggan nyo na po ang kanyang mga sinasabi, napakarami po. No? We had him for more than an hour, I think. No? Normally kasi mga 30 minutes, 45 minutes lang siya, pero ngayon, we had him for more than an hour, and it's good because na medyo extensive yung explanations niya about the different things that are happening right now in the United States and how it affects the rest of the world. Okay, so I don't know, I don't have the access to the messages coming from our viewers, but Itos, my able assistant, is going to be reading it loud enough for me to hear, and I will react to them. Thank you.
Okay, let's start with one. Alistair B. Mabelico. Magandang gabi po, Katipon Demokratikong Pilipino, especially kay Sir Butch Valdez. Tina Rodriguez, watching from Winnipeg, Canada. Okay, Cesar Soberano, good evening to the Maestro, Revolutionario Ka, Butch Valdez, and Katiponeros of Kamao.
Thank you.
Lourdes Aquario, magandang gabi po, watching from Thailand. Tina Rodriguez, nako si Rol Esperas ng DWIZ, galing ng network, kasi doon walang tulugan, maski gabi nasa lanas. Ang tao, dikit-dikit ang pasyal from Canada. Jose Lauro Malonzo, good PM, Prof. Butch.
Evening.
Ryan Sally, good evening, Professor Butch Valdez and Sir RJ. Stay and safe healthcare, urging us to stay home. Both they stay at work for us, please stay home for them. Watching from California, USA. Ryan Sally, social or physical distance, it is working if you do this simple instruction. Okay. Ramon Arduo, good job. Okay. Tina Latuna, watching from Legazpi City. Emmanuel Palan, watching from Leyte and Antipolo.
Okay.
Ferrer Melgar o Taikan. Global financial crisis and global pandemic. Oh my God.
That's right. Alam niyo po kanina, that was the gist of our conversation. Para siyang perfect storm. May global financial crisis, meron pang dumadating na global pandemic. No? nagsasalubong po ito at napakabigat po nito para sa ating sibilisasyon. This is the worst crisis the world has ever encountered probably in the history of mankind. No? Pero maganda po yung mga sinabi ni Mike Billington sa atin. No? We have to work together, not just as Filipinos working with Filipinos, but we have to work together as Filipinos working with other countries, no? In order to save mankind.
Hey, good evening, Sir Butch, from Erlinda Garcia. Okay,
good evening.
Ryan Sally, in a few seconds, Trump turned around and changed his mind, blaming China for coronavirus. For Trump, economy first before healthcare. Trump said he's going to open business on Easter. Yan si Ryan Sally. Freddie Oradina, very nice. Support BRI. Ryan Sally, he signed a 2 trillion stimulus without Democrats invited. You also notice they are not following the 6 feet distance from his hand. Adi M. Lagirda Meldo, hello po, sir, watching from Jeddah. Okay, Lito on Retney, good evening, God bless. Ryan Sally, you're awesome, Sir Mike Billington. Teng Uban, good PM mga katiponero, nakikinig po ang programa nyo from San Dionisio, Parañaque.
Okay.
Aurora Badjao Bagas, watching from Parma, Italy. Ryan Sally, what America needs are Sir Mike Billington. Keep yourself independent candidates.
Si Mike Billington po hindi politiko. No? Patulad po ng inyong lingkod, we're not really politicians. No? But we're considered ourselves patriots of our country, no? And citizens of the world.
Ryan Sally, we love Sir Mike Billington. You are right, Sir Mike. We are afraid if the Yellows, Dilawan, oligarchs, and associates will rule the Philippines again. As of now, 87% loves our PR, Rodrigo Duterte, the opposition trying hard to overthrow him so they can seat the fake VP, Dinugao Lombredo. Please help Duterte on his crusade. Ryan Sally ulit. I'm sleepy, but Sir Mike keeps me awake, so it's so worth it.
Okay, Ryan, we're going to have Mike a little bit more often, no? Especially nowadays. Pero normally sa ating katipunan lang siya nag-guest, no? Pero susubukan natin in some other programs kung pwede siyang pumasok din, no? Dahil marami siyang may tutulong sa atin dahil kabisado niya ang Pilipinas, no? Ilang beses na siyang pumunta dito. At kilala niya rin ang mga ibang nakilala niya yung mga ibang mga kongresista dito. Pero ngayon medyo bata na itong mga iba. Pero he knows about the situation.
Okay, Elvinia Gisan, watching from Molino, Bacoor. James Agdamag, love this kind of discussion. Alfredo Oredina plus Italy signing on to BRI. Brexit plus Italy. Irene Ortuoste, good evening, avid listener. Cesar Soberano, LaRouche ideals are human ideals that are for survival of humanity. This must be the option now to prevent the extinction of human civilization in view of the threat we face from coronaviruses and the financial viruses.
You're correct. You're absolutely correct, Mr. Soberano. I'm also glad and thankful that although we have our normal number of people texting us from all over the world, our OFWs, I seem to notice that there was an increase in text messages coming from our people here in the Philippines. No? Salamat po. Maraming salamat.
Okay, Ryan Sally again. Sir Mike, do you think we should shut down every year to ease the climate? Right now, all over the world, pollution is tremendously down because of shutdown. Okay. EY, Sir Mike, same, si Ryan Sally. Take care and God bless. Okay. MG Okasla, thank you so much, Mike Billington, for the great eye-opener, Truth and Issues. I am a follower of KDP. My respect to you all, great players and important people of our time.
Thank you.
Masagana 99, parang massive Russian roulette ang coronavirus. Sana maubos mga politiko at oligarchs. Paranasan sana nilang ma-intubate at ma-hook sa mech vent. Yes, sir, Butch. He knows the Marcoses from Ryan Sally. So, we'll wait for more text messages. So far.
Okay, I don't know how much time we have.
10 minutes.
We only have a few minutes left. So we have also a message from our good friend Noni Alvarez. Good evening, Kabuch. Great to hear Mike Billington again. Protect yourself against the COVID-19. Thank you, Noni. Ikaw din. Mag-ingat tayong lahat. Hanggang dito, meron mga iba palapit na dahil mga kaibigan na natin, naririnig natin medyo nasawi dahil dito. No? So we have to be very, very careful and medyo strict dapat tayo dito sa protocols ng quarantine. No? Washing of hands, taking a bath, if you go out, no? Washing the gates, even the gates, no? And the clothes that you use going outside, when you get in, immediately take them off, wash them. If you cannot wash them, at least hang them in the open air and the heat of the sun, because the heat of the sun will kill off the virus. No? Ganyan po ang aming pinapractice dito. Ang inyong lingkod po, I take itong sinuggest ni RJ, no? Itong salabat, no? And I agree with him. You take it warm, no? With honey, and then with a pinch of cinnamon. Napakasarap po. Walang laban ito sa kape. No? Mas masarap, tsaka it's more healthy. No? Salabat po, importante. No? Because it has its medicinal features, plus the fact that it tastes good. No? Going back to Mike Billington at itong mga sinabi niya sa atin, napaka-importante po. At ito pong nakita nyo, pinag-usapan natin itong mga oligarko. Alam niya kung ano nangyari kasi nung nangyayari pa ito, noon pa, in the 90s, in the early 90s, nung nag-umpisa na itong si Fidel Ramos, parang gusto niyang ipamigay ang energy industry dito sa mga oligarko, no? At noon pa linalabanan na po ng inyong lingkod dito, at kakilala ko na si Mike Billington at alam niya kung gaano katindi ang diskurso namin tungkol dito. At that time, syempre, na dahil wala pa tayo sa ganyang klaseng krisis, at hindi pa naiintindihan ng mga maraming tao, no? Hindi pa sinasakyan. Ngayon, naging problema na nung nararamdaman na natin na sinasakal na tayo ng electricity rates na binigyan ng pahintulot ng gobyerno, pataasan ng taasan. Ganyan na rin ang nangyari sa tubig. And this is what we were warning our country about. Ang nakakalungkot, lahat ng ating mga leaders ng countries, ng ating mga presidente, nakikinig dito sa mga ekonomista na yan ang gusto. Yan ang ating pong Pangulo, si Presidente Duterte, Pinapakinggan niya po ito sila Dominguez, sila Benjokno, sila Pernia. Pinapakinggan niya ang kanilang mga payo na gustong-gusto itong privatisasyon. Gustong-gusto nila na ibigay itong mga public utilities na ito sa mga oligarko. Dahil sa kanilang paningin, ang growth ng isang economy ay kinakailangan private sector-led at hindi government-led. Yan po ang kamalian, maling-mali po yan. No? At pag sinabi mong private sector-led growth, that means you you bring your country into a loss of sovereignty. Ang may hawak na ngayon, itong mga mayayaman, dahil binigyan mo silang negosyo na ang kanilang talagang layunin ay kumita ng kumita. It never is their objective the wealth to be the welfare of the people. Paala sila dyan. Kung hindi nila kaya, pues mamamatay sila. Ganyan po ang pag-iisip ng mga oligarko. Ito ang kasalanan ng ating mga nakaraan Pangulo at nakaraan ekonomista. Sana, ngayon panahon na ito, ang ating pong Pangulo, Duterte. Ngayon lang tayo nagkaroon ng ganitong presidente. Sa kanya na nakasalalay ang kinabukasan ng ating bansa at ang kinabukasan ng ating mga darating na henerasyon. Kung gagawin niya ang nararapat gawin at kinakailangan gawin. He must do what needs to be done, and he must do what must be done. Yan po ang ating programa today. Maraming salamat po. At makikita ulit tayo sa darating na linggo.
Kapag kintab ng sahig ang pag-uusapan, dito na tayo sa number 1, Star Wax Floor Wax. Kintab ay to the max.
Tayo na't maglinis ng sahig, kumendeng-kendeng tayo mga misis. Kapag kintab ng pag-uusapan, dito na tayo sa number 1, mag-Star Wax Wax, Star Wax Wax. Yan ang kintab na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax ang number 1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Buhusan man ng tubig, balikintab ang sahig.
Star Wax Wax, Star Wax Wax.
Star Wax, di amoy gas.
Star Wax ang number 1 kintab na to the max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, ang number 1 floor wax. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Marami na ang natulungan ng Nature Soya Coffee.
Ako si Femia Limi, isang housewife. Madalas akong kabagan pag uminom ng kape, kaya naghahanap ako ng walang caffeine, solid nature soya coffee na ako ngayon.
Kayo rin, gumamit na ng Nature Soya Coffee. Mamimili sa inyong mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Nature Soya Coffee ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
WHO has been assessing this outbreak around the clock. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Patuloy ang paglaban, pero hindi mo alam kung nasaan ang kalaban. Tumataas ang bilang ng mga tinatamaan at namamatay.
The Department of Health reported new COVID-19 cases. The details of these new cases are currently being validated by our teams.
Pero paano ito mapipigilan?
Pursuant to my powers as President under the Constitution and Republic Act 11332, I am placing the entire of Luzon under quarantine.
Coronavirus disease, ang banta ngayon sa bayan ni Juan.
Huwag kayong lumabas muna ng bahay.
Maging bayani, labanan ang coronavirus disease. Save your family. Save our country. Stay home. Stay home. A message from Radio Mindanao Network. Ang oras, 9:02
That time check was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality.
ACS.
24 hours of germ protection. Shield Bad Soap, Shield Bad Soap. 24 hours of germ protection. Shield Bad Soap, Shield Bad Soap.
Protektahan ang kalusugan ng pamilya. Mag-Shield Bath Soap regularly. Kills 99.9% ng germs at recommended pa ng Philippine Nurses Association.
Shield Bad Soap, Shield Bad Soap.
Shield. Galit sa sakit, may malasakit. Shield Bath Soap. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
ACS.
Lumipas at magbago ang panahon. Iisa at nakatatak ang kauna-unahan.
Ang akong sikreto nga sa akong edad nga 70, ngano active pa ang akong sex life? Well, simple ra ang akong sikreto. Paminaw, proper diet, exercise, og Turbo Supplement for Men. Suliganin ninyo.
Turbo Supplement for Men.
Oh, yes!
Turbo, may maka at
Kaibigan, nais mo bang manatiling malusog, masaya at masigla? Hinahangad mo ba na muling maangkin ang dating buhay na walang karamdaman? Hindi ka ba gumagaling sa mga gamot na iyong iniinom? Para sa kasagutan ng mga ito, ugaliing makinig sa palatuntunang Kalusugan, Iwas Karamdaman. Mga impormasyon at kaalaman mula sa siyentipikong pag-aaral ng mga dalubhasa at eksperto mula araw ng Linggo hanggang Biyernes. Kalusugan, Iwas Karamdaman. Hatid sa inyo ng Xanton Plus Herbal Capsule.
Isang magandang gabi po sa ating lahat mga kaibigan. Welcome po sa ating pong programa Kaalamang Pangkalusugan o Kalusugan Iwas Karamdaman. At syempre sa gabi ito, makakasama niyo pong muli ang iyong pong Doc Samaritan, Sir L. At magkasama-sama naman po tayo dito sa ating programa sa paghahatid po ng mga kaalaman kung paano po natin ingatan na malusog, malakas ang ating pong pangangatawan. At syempre sa tulong na po yan mga kaibigan ng pagsasagawa ng mga ibinibigay po natin mga herbal tips, mga health tips at iba't ibang uri po ng mga kaalaman. Kaya samahan po ang inyong mga lingkod dito sa atin pong programa. Ito po din sa atin ng Doc Samaritan, Alternative Medicine and Wellness Center at syempre ng atin pong Xanton Plus Herbal Capsule. So, mga kaibigan po natin, magkasama-sama na po tayo ng live dito sa atin pong program sa loob po ng 1 oras na pagbibigay natin ng mga kaalaman, pangkalusugan, at syempre pagtugon po natin sa mga katanungan ng atin pong mga kababayan. Kaya kung meron po kayong mga inquiries, meron po kayong mga mensahe na isipabot dito sa atin pong programa, just text lang sa atin pong numero. Atin pong number 0947-614-9971. Binabati ko po ng magandang gabi ang mga avid listeners po natin, mga laging naka-tune in dito sa atin pong programa at lalo tigit sa atin pong himpilan. Tayo po ay napapakinggan sa DZXL RMN 558. Live po tayo mga kaibigan at syempre sa bayan po tayo napapakinggan sa DWW mga kabayan ha. Hanggang alas 9:30 po tayo dyan sa DWW at dito po sa DZXL RMN ay hanggang alas 10 po ng gabi mga kabayan ha. Kaya kung meron po kayong mga katanungan, kung gusto niyo po makahilubilo dito sa atin pong programa, ay padala niyo lang po ang inyong pong mga mensahe or katanungan sa atin pong number at bibigyan po natin mamaya ng panahon para sa pagsagot sa inyo pong mga katanungan ha. Huwag pong mahiyang magtanong, huwag pong mahiyang magpadala ng inyong pong mga inquiries sa atin pong number Ulitin ko po ang ating text line 0947-614-9971. At syempre makakasama pa rin po natin ang ating pong alternative medicine doctor. Isa po sa mga naturopathic health professional po natin, Dr. Ministry in Alternative Medicine. At kasama po siya ng Philippine College in Advanced Medicine, si Dr. Eddie Rabaya. Doc, magandang gabi po.
Yes, partner, magandang gabi din naman sa iyo. At mga kaibigan, magandang gabi din po sa inyong lahat. At welcome po sa ating palatuntunan, inyong palatuntunan, Kalusugan, Iwas Karamdaman.
Ayan, at samahan niyo po kami mga kaibigan sa pagbibigay ng mga kaalaman para sa ika-aayos, ikagaganda ng ating pong pangangatawan. At kahit nasaan man kayo mga kabayan, pwede po tayo mapakinggan ng live, mapanood po ng live sa atin pong Facebook Live mga kabayan. Just subscribe po sa atin pong Facebook page, Doc Samaritan Alternative Medicine and Wellness Center, no? Kung nasaan man kayo, basta meron pong internet, Doc, ano? Ay, meron kayong Facebook, pwede po tayong mapakinggan ng live, mapanood ng live. And mga kabayan, at pwede rin kayong magtanong po doon, ha? Pwede kayong magpadala po doon ng inyong mga katanungan at atin pong babasahin po yan, ha? In fact, meron na po tayong mga katanungan sa ating Facebook Live, ano? At sa ating pong number. So mamaya po, bibigyan po natin ng katugunan ang inyong pong mga katanungan mga kabayan, ha? So sa ating pong mga viewers, kay Ma'am Bona Nastor, good evening, kay Ma'am Gina Sabaw, kay Ma'am Elena Tubog.
Maria Elena
Tubog. Net Reyes, Ofelia Clemente, good
Hipolito.
evening. Apo.
Magandang gabi po mga madam, ano, sa inyong lahat.
Good
Talagang
evening po.
parang mga babae itong nauna. Ito mga kalalakihan siguro mamaya na naman babawi yan.
Okay. So yun po mga kabayan, ha? At magsama-sama po tayo dito sa paghatid ng mga kaalaman, pangkalusugan mga kabayan, ano? So sa mga tumatawag, pasensya na po ay hindi po natin ma-accommodate ang inyong pong mga tawag, ha? Hindi po natin ma-entertain yung mga tawag po ninyo. So text lang po muna para po kung meron kayong mga katanungan, masagot po natin yan dito sa atin pong programa, ha? Okay, so mga kabayan natin, ulitin ko po ang ating text line sa mga hindi po nakakuha, hindi pa nakapag-save ng ating pong number. Ating numero, 0947-614-9971. Again, 0947-614-9971. Sa mga kababayan po natin nagtatanong kung available na ba ang ating Santong Plus Gold, available na po yan. Pumunta na po sa pinakamalapit na pharmacy sa inyong pong lugar, pinakamalapit na butika o mga suking butika nyo po dyan sa lugar po ninyo. Puntahan nyo na po at ipagtanong ang ating pong Suntone Plus Gold. Pinakamabisa at pinakabago mga kaibigan, mas pinainam para po sa pagpapalakas ng ating pong pangangatawan. Huwag kalimutan, sabayan po lagi ng Mighty C, ang ating pong alkaline na vitamin C mga kabayan, ha? Okay, Doc, wala ka na bang babatiin?
Okay, siguro yan muna partner,
okay.
Sa ating mga nanonood ngayon via Facebook Live. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. At kung may mga katanungan kayo, mga paglilinaw, medyo nalalabuan kayo o medyo hindi ninyo nauunawaan, iparating nyo po yan sa ating text line.
Okay. So mamaya po, babalikan po natin ang inyong pong mga katanungan, atin pong babalikan ang inyong pong mga inquiries. So text lang po kayo mga kabayan, ha? At kung hindi lang po ganun kamasala ng inyong pong mga katanungan, lagyan nyo po ng pangalan po ninyo at saka address po ninyo para ma-acknowledge po natin dito sa atin pong programa, kung taga saan po kayo at kung sinuan po kayo, So yun po mga kabayan, sa ating pong pagbabalik, atin pong bibigyan daan ang inyong mga katanungan pagkatapos lang ng ilang pong mga paalala.
Parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santong Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Emma Prado, isang self-employed. Madalas mamulikat ang mga paa ko noon. Nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako 3 times a day. Napansin ko talaga na nawala ito.
Mabibili sa inyong mga suking butika.
Hirap ang paghinga, mabilis ang pagtibok ng puso. Senyalis yan ng asma. Iwasan ang asma at ang iba pang mga sakit. Mighty C, ang alkaline na vitamin C na nagbibigay ng proteksyon sa ating katawan para everyday healthy. Mighty C, ang alkaline na vitamin C. Mighty C.
Tila ba may hangin sa tiyan at masakit sa pakiramdam? Kabag yan! Mag-Santon Plus Herbal Oil. Isang pahid lang, tanggal agad ang kabag. Santon Plus Herbal Oil. Ang pamahid na all-in-one. Sa presyong magaan. Santon Plus Herbal Oil.
Ang gusto ko sa lalaki, yung tigasin, yung hindi agad-agad sumusuko, yung kaya kong dalhin hanggang sa tuktok, yung bang turbo kong bumira.
Turbo Dietary Herbal Supplement for Men. Sa performance, panalo sa turbo. Mabibili na sa inyong suking butika.
Santon Plus Herbal Soap. May antioxidant na, may anti-wrinkles pa. Santon Plus Herbal Soap. Nakatutulong para maiwasan ang pagkudubot ng balat, dala ng stress. Para sa bata at preskong kutis. Santon Plus Herbal Soap. Healthy beauty sa abot kayang halaga. Mabibili sa malapit na butika.
Nature Soya Coffee.
Okay, tayo po nagbabalik dito sa atin pong programa. At bago po makalimutan, sa mga kababayan po natin sa Hong Kong, available na po ang ating Santon Plus Gold. I-contact nyo po si Ma'am Precious Den Tagibaw. Ang kanya pong numero 852-637-65416. Ma'am Precious Den Tagibaw, ang contact po natin dyan sa Hong Kong, ha? Mga kababayan natin, kung meron kayong kamag-anak sa Hong Kong or nandyan po kayo at gusto nyo po makapag-take ng ating pong Santon Plus Gold, ayan, i-contact nyo lang po si Ma'am Precious Den Tagibaw. Ulitin ko ang number niya, 852-637-65416. Ayan. Okay, Doc, bigyan daan po natin ang
Simulan
mga
na natin,
kababayan natin, no?
partner.
Dahil limitado lang oras natin at sikapin natin na matugunan ang mga katanungan ng mga kababayan natin. Okay, unahin natin ang dito sa ating Facebook Live. Galing po kay Ma'am Net Reyes. Good eve. One box ng Santon at ilan po ang laman ng isang box? Ang laman ng isang box po is 100 capsules. At yung price, it varies from place to place po, So pakitanong na lang po sa mga authorized outlet natin ang presyo ng atin pong Santon Plus, galing po kay Ma'am Maria Elena Tubog. Tanong ko lang po kung ano po ang mainam na inumin sa mababa ang pulang dugo. Salamat po.
Okay, Ma'am Maria Elena, magandang gabi po at salamat sa inyong pagparating na inyong tanong. Ang mainam po na gawin at iinumin o kahit kakainin, kasama po yan, ang mga pagkain na kung saan ay mayaman po sa B vitamins at saka yung copper, ayan, mainam po yan, at saka yung mga pagkain na kung saan nakukuha po natin doon sa mga dark green leafy vegetables at saka yung mga dark colored fruits. Ayan, at saka ganun din, yung mga red colored fruits kasama na rin dyan. Marami po yan, maghanap po kayo sa mga palengke at may makikita kayo. Pero higit sa lahat, ay ito talaga ang pinaka top of the list na aking nakikita, itong red beets or sugar beet. Napakapula po yan. Ang kulay niyan parang dugo talaga.
Halos kakulay ng dugo.
Yes, resembled to human blood. And yan po, sa ating Pilipino, kanin, meron tayong the best na Ma'am Maria Elena, na yung kanin ay red rice din. Di ba? Kasi yung kulang mababa ang pulang dugo. Red rice, mga prutas mapupula, at saka yung pwede rin yung dark green, ayos din yun. At yung mayaman sa copper, yung mga tinatawag po na kamote, na nilaga, yan po. O di kaya mag-juice po kayo ng kamote, yung mayaman po yan. Or yung tinatawag po na coconut inflorescence, yung katas, partner ng ano tawag doon, yung fresh juice dyan ng niyog, tuba ba yun?
Tuba?
Visayas at Mindanao kasi tuba.
Fresh
tuba.
tuba.
English, tuba.
Wag yung fermented na doon.
Wag yung fermented. Yung fresh talaga, oo. Napakaganda yan. Sa Bisaya kasi tawag niyan lina o tuba. Yan, yan. At saka nagpapagana yan ng ating tinatawag na yung ating bone marrow. Bone marrow. And kasi isa din kasi itong natin, partner, responsable sa pagpo-produce ng red blood cell, itong bone marrow. Oo. Yan po ang mga ilan sa mga pagkain, prutas at gulay. Meron kayong nilutong gulay, hilaw na gulay, raw salads. And sa juice naman, kahit mga isang tasa, 2 beses sa maghapon, isang baso araw-araw, okay na po yun. Pero situit na ang inyong pagtulog po, Ang inyong pagtulog ay maaga. Kung mababa ang pulang dugo, so dapat maagang pagtulog sa gabi. Tapos iwasan nyo ang pagtulog ng mahabang panahon sa araw. Yan ang paraan. At saka, sa pagising nyo sa umaga, pag sumikat na yung araw na malamig pa ang sikat niya, ayan, itatapat nyo po ang katawan o di kaya yung pasyente nyo po na mababa ang pulang dugo. Kahit sa mga 10 to 15 minutes lang po yan. Oo. Sa mga babae, hindi advisable na maghubad po kayo pang itaas. Ha? Ang mabuti po, magsuot kayo ng jersey, yung ginagamit ng mga basketballista, or sleeveless, para masagana ang sinag ng araw na makaka-penetrate, no, sa katawan. Okay? At ganun din sa mga pagkain na malaman, talagang dahan-dahan na po ninyong iwasan. O yung pasyente. Mga karne, iwasan yan. Mga tuyo, daing binuro bagoong, highly processed na mga pagkain, noodles, pansit, bihon, sotonghon. Ayan. Iwasan na po na gatas ng baka, iwas muna po kayo, ha? Ayan. And then, ito na po, uminom po ng Santon Plus Gold. Okay? Ang Santon Plus Gold ay mayaman din po yan, ano? Na nagpapatingkad ng kulay ng dugo natin. Mayroon siya mangustin, may malunggay, at marami pang iba. Isang kapsula, gawin po na 3 times a day. Samahan po siya ng Mighty C, 1 capsule 2 times a day. Itong dalawa pagsabayin sa pag-inom, 30 minutes to 1 hour before or after meal. Sigurado yan, ma'am.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Doc, sa inyo pong kasagutan. At halos kaparehas yan, ano, dito sa tanong ni Sir Ramil Medrano Baydal. Ano?
Okay.
Mababa po ang hemoglobin or mababa po ang red blood cells, ganun po ang gawin po niya. Ano? At yung katanungan din niya, ano po ang gamot sa masakit na puson dahil sa mens?
Okay. Sa babae na naman ito. Oo, masakit, dysmenorrhea. Painful. Ang mainam po, kapag sumakit na, ay agad-agad na lagyan ng hot bag. Kung walang hot bag, ilalagay po yung mainit na tubig doon sa bote. Okay? Balutin ng panyo para hindi mapapaso siya. Tapos yun po ang ilalagay dito sa puson. Meron siyang natural anesthetic effect. Okay? So, ganyan. Pagkatapos po ng mga 30 minutes po, ano, ay sundan po ng pagpahid ng Santon Plus Herbal Oil. Ayan, para ma-enhance din yung sirkulasyon ng dugo. And isa pa, kailangan po na umiwas muna ang mga kadalagahan. Kadalasan pa nito, partner, ha? Mga kadalagahan. Kasi nagpapasexy, ayaw nilang tumaba, yung mga pagkain, kahit ano-ano lang. Ano? Kaya, iwasan nyo po muna, ma'am, ha? Yung mga biscuits, mga highly processed na mga pagkain, overcooked, highly cooked foods. Ayan, dapat kumain kayo ng mga gulay at mayroong nilutong hilaw na gulay, salads, yan, ano? And mga prutas, masagana sa prutas para mabilis ang pagdaloy ng dumi na hindi magkakaroon ng constipation. Isa din kasing cause ng masakit ang puson kapag constipated ang mga kababaihan, partner. So yun, ano? At saka yung tubig, 8 to 10 glasses of water daily kasama ang ehersisyo, exercise, and painumin po, ha, ang dalaga o ang may dysmenorrhea ng sariwang katas ng pipino. Ayan, napakaganda ho yan. Isang baso, araw-araw. Okay? At kung tasa naman, isang tasa, 2 beses po yan. And then, painumin nyo po siya ng Santon Plus Gold. Ayan po ay nakakatulong sa kanya dahil yan po ay mayroong tinatawag na mild po na pain relief. Hindi naman totally mawala yung pain relief kasi hindi siya pain reliever talaga. Kunti lang. Kasama yung external application na hydrotherapy, yung hot compress. So, magiging maayos ang epekto. So, Santon Plus Gold, 1 capsule 2 times a day. At may partner, may kasama po na Mighty C, 1 capsule 2 times a day. 30 minutes to 1 hour before or after meal. At ang pangkape, kasi itong mga kababayan nagkakape din, ano? Huwag yung mga commercialized coffee. Nature's Soya Coffee ang pangalan po na dapat mas mainam po. Dahil may kaugnayan din yan, partner, sa tinatawag na hormone. Alright? So, itong nature soya coffee, meron siyang soybean or soya, no? Na kung saan mayaman siya sa phytoestrogens. Ayan, daidsin and genistein, estrogen, nakakatulong pa siya dyan. Okay?
Okay, maraming salamat po, Doc. At yung tanong daw ni Ma'am Bona Nastor, yung tamang pag-inom ng Santum Plus Herbal Capsule po.
Okay. Ang tamang pag-inom, ma'am, kung sakali po, ma'am, na wala kayong karamdaman, just for prevention, no? Ay isang capsule araw-araw. Okay? At saka inumin niyo po 'yan 30 minutes to 1 hour before or after meal. Pero kung sakali po na mayroon ng acute, mild to acute na karamdaman, gawin na po na 1 capsule 3 times a day. Pero kung sakali naman nagiging chronic to malignant na po, ay 2 capsules 2 to 3 times a day. Kaya ang pinaka talaga dyan is 6. Yung pinakamataas na, no? 2 sa umaga, 2 sa tanghali, 2 sa gabi, 6 na, total of 6, no? Capsules. At yun po. Pero may kasama, may kasama siya na Mighty C. Ang Mighty C naman po ay 1 capsule 3 times a day kapag mayroong problema. Pero kung wala kang naramdaman, gusto mo lang protektado ka, di ba? Ay panangga mo lang sa karamdaman o mga viruses, ay 1 capsule ng Mighty C. Yung inumin.
Okay. So, maraming salamat po, Doc. Ano? At dito naman tayo sa atin pong text line. Basa po tayo ng ilang mga katanungan, ha? At sa mga late tuner po natin, kung meron kayong mga katanungan, just text lang sa atin pong numero 0947-614-9971. Good day po, Doc. Tanong ko lang po, ang Santum Plus po ba ay pwede sa edad 14? Kasi ang apo ko po ay maya-maya kung umihi at pakunti-kunti lang po ang ihi niya. Ako po pala si Hermie. Palagi nakikinig sa inyo.
Okay, salamat po at palagi pala po kayo nakikinig at nagagalak po ang inyong lingkod at kami po lahat. 14 pwede na po yan. No? Yes. Okay, sa lahat po ng mga bata na nakakalunok na po ay pwede na silang uminom niyan. Yung Santon Plus Gold, pero ang kinakailangan na po sa kanila ay sa mga bata pa 1 capsule a day, pero kung sa mga 14 ng edad, pwede sila sa 1 capsule 2 times a day. Ayan. At pwede pa rin, may kasama pa rin Mighty C. Dahil ang Mighty C, yan po ang the mother of vitamins. Ang ina daw po ng mga vitamina. O kaya kailangan talaga yan. Di ba sa tahanan, partner? Parang kulang ang bahay pagka wala si nanay. Oo. Kaya mother of all vitamins, you need those that kind of vitamin. Vitamin C na Mighty C. At saka may problema pa yata sa mapakunti-kunti yung
pag-ihi.
May problema ito sa kidney. O di kaya, nagkulang lang po ang inyong anak ng consumption ng tubig or shortage po siya. Imomonitor nyo po kasi nasa inyo na po ang renda. Kung baka sumasakay ng kabayo, gusto nyong palikuin sa kaliwa o kanan, tayong mga magulang, isama ko na ang sarili, dahil tayo yung may sapat na
DZXL Flash Report.
Magandang gabi mga kasama, pansamantala muna nating puputulin ang programang Kaalamang Pangkalusugan para alamin muna natin ang flash report kaugnay sa bumagsak na eroplano sa NAIA na may bitbit na mga medical supplies. Kasama natin sa balita Excel Radyo Mandos, Joyce Adra.
Yes, isang aircraft nga itong ating kinukumpirma ngayon. Patuloy tayong nakikipag-ugnayan sa Manila International Airport Authority. Kaugnay nitong napaulat nga na isang aircraft o isang aeroplano na may mga karga na medical supplies ang bumagsak sa NAIA terminal, at itong aircraft na ito ay merong registered tail number RPC 5880 na ito ay sinasabing aircraft na chartered ng Department of Health para nga mag-sakay ng mga medical supplies. Sa ngayon ay inaalam din natin ang sitwasyon sa runway 0624 kung saan sinasabing pansamantalang isinarabong nga ng pagbagsak nitong Lion aircraft na may tail number RPC 5880 na may sakay na 8 pasahero. Flash report, Radyo Mandos, Choice Colyantes Adra, Tatak Armen, DZXL 558.
DZXL Flash Report.
Manatiling nakatutok sa programa ng DZXL para sa iba pang mga balita. Ako si Radyoman Kate Solo ng DZXL 558 Tatak Armen.
Na karanasan, kaalaman, karunungan sa buhay, kaya dapat na imomonitor nyo po ang anak. Anak, uminom ka ba ng tubig? Ayan. Pagka hindi pa, ikaw na po ang mag-remind. 8 to 10 glasses of water sa may mga ganang edad, pwede na sila. Okay, ha? At saka dapat monitor nyo rin po, ma'am, na baka kumakain niya ng mga junk foods. Masisira ang kanilang kidney. Kapag nasira ang kidney, may problema din sa pag-ihi. Kapag walang junk foods, walang problema. God bless po.
Baka mas malakas pa mag-inom, Dok, ng mga powder juices, yung mga may kulay na mga inumin kaysa sa tubig. So, i-monitor nyo po, ma'am, sir, ang inyo po mga anak. Makainom ng enough water.
Yes, partner. At saka, kung meron pa dyan, sa inyong palengke o sa inyong kusina, mga gamot kusina din kasi itong, natin, partner. Usually talaga, gamot kusina, gamot bahay, oo, loob at labas ng bahay, yan, makikita natin yung mga natural na mga gamot. Ito ay ginagamit ng ating mga ninuno noon. Hindi tayo gumagawa ng mga walang kabuluhan, kasi mahalaga ang buhay at kalusugan. So, ating kinukuha yung mga dating kaalaman ng maninuno natin na malusog sila noon, kahit pobre lang sila o mahirap lang sila, pero mayaman sila sa kalusugan habang buhay nila. Oo, yung mga technique nila doon. At saka ating isinususog din naman, ikino-connect natin ito sa mga bagong mga tuklas. Oo, kaya old and new. Ayan po. So, pwede din pong painumin yung bata ng citrus fruit juices. So, hanggat sa kaya niya lang pong mainom.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Doc. At next na katanungan, good PM po. Ako po si Remy Pelosas, taga Caloocan City. Ano po ba ang dapat sa tonsil? Masakit. Ano po ba ang gamot? Nagpatingin na rin po ako sa doktor. Salamat po.
Tonsillitis?
Tonsillitis.
Okay, magandang gabi po sa inyo. At para sa may mga tonsillitis, iyan po ay namamaga. Word tis ay Greek word kasi yan na inflammation. Oo. Tonsillitis, sinusitis, yan, marami, So, kapag namamaga siya, kailangan po ng anti-inflammatory, yung kontra pang pamamaga. Alright. Pero bago po yan, ay alang-alang natin yung mga pagkain, baka napapadalas yung pagkain ng matatamis. Kaya iwasan muna. Ayan. At saka yung mga inumin po na matatamis din, na hindi natural. Oo. Mayroong halong mga asukal, pero kung matamis na yung honey, partner, the best pa yan, natural antibiotic pa yan. Yan ang tamis, kasama ang mga tamis ng mga prutas na hindi bawal. Oo, maliwanag po, ayan. And then, dahil sa dito yan sa leeg, namamaga siya, kung meron po kayong suka sa bahay, ibabad nyo po yung face towel. Ayan, tapos yun pong ilalagay nyo sa leeg. Oo, nakakatulong siya. Hindi lang yan, pati kung mayroong sore throat, yung pamamaos, oo, pamamalat, nakakatulong po ang suka. Dito lang sa leeg yan, para hindi mag-inflame, hindi mamamaga ng tudo. Oo.
Huwag niyo pong inumin yung suka,
Hindi po iinumin.
Itapal.
Itapal yung face towel partner na ibinaba doon sa suka.
Ayun.
And then, uminom po ng sariwang katas ng pinya. The best yan. Matamis siya pero nakakatulong siya sa tonsillitis. O di kaya, citrus fruit juices. Mamili kayo dito babangkitin ko. Centauris, dalandan, dalanghita, mandarin, orange, pongkan, apple, yun po, calamansi or lemon. Alin man dito, pwede. Pero isa lang klase para hindi kayo magagastos at mahihirapan. Okay? And idagdag nyo po ang painom ng Santon Plus Gold dahil mamaga siya, 1 capsule 3 times a day. Hindi naman yung matagal, partner. At ang Mighty C na kasama sa Santon Plus Gold ay 1 capsule 2 times a day. Pagsabayin sa pag-inom, 30 minutos hanggang 1 oras bago o di kaya pagkatapos kumain.
Ayun, maraming salamat po At next na katanungan, Doc. Good evening po. Tanong ko lang po, Nilo Ramos ng Gapan, Nueva Ecija. Pwede ba sa akin ang Santon Plus Gold kahit may maintenance ako? Pero 3 years na normal na ang BP ko, Doc. Dati po na mild stroke ako. Okay.
Okay, Sir Nelo,
Sir Nelo.
magandang gabi po dyan sa inyong lugar, sa inyong pamilya. At dahil meron kayong medication, maintenance, sabi, ay pwede po kayong uminom. Kaya lang, sir, ito po, meron siyang gap. Meron siyang, yung basta gap.
Pagitan.
O pagitan. Ayan.
Pagitan
Halimbawa, kung nasa iyong isipan ay mas mahalaga ang maintenance po ninyo, unahin nyo sa pag-inom. Hintayin nyo po ng 3 oras or 3 oras sa kanyang iinumin ang Santon Plus Gold. Pero kung nasa inyong isipan na herbal naman ang Santon Plus Gold, uunahin nyo, pwede rin po. Unahin nyo sa pag-inom. Maghintay na naman kayo ng 3 hours interval or gap, tapos sa kanyang iinumin naman yung inyong maintenance. Ganon po ang sistema. Okay po yan.
Okay, maraming salamat po, At next question, good evening, Doc. Tanong ko lang. Joel po ito ng Barangay Apalit, Pampanga. Pwede ba sa akin ang Santon Plus Gold kahit may maintenance ako?
Pareho sila. Same question and same answer.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Sa mga meron pong maintenance dyan, pwede nyo pong isabay po ang Santon Plus. Huwag lang yung sabay talaga na pag-inom po, mga kaibigan. So, meron pong pagitan, meron pong gap, mga kabayan, Okay, sa mga meron pong katanungan, just text lang sa ating pong number, 0947-614-9971. At sa mga may katanungan po sa ating pong Facebook Live, pwede po kayong magpadala ng inyo pong mga question, At good evening dyan kay Ma'am Rebecca Patrona, kay Ma'am Mila Layug, at kay Ma'am Corazon Lucas. At sa lahat pa po ng mga viewers natin, listeners natin sa ating pong Facebook Live, magandang gabi sa ating pong lahat, mga kabayan. At wag po kayong mahiyang magpadala ng inyong mga katanungan, mag-text ng inyong pong mga questions po, mensahe po ninyo, atin pong bibigyan ng panahon, at time para po masagot ang inyong pong mga katanungan. At wag po kayong alis, mga kabayan, tayo po yung magabalik pagkatapos lang po ng ilang mga paalala.
Parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Emma Prado, isang self-employed. Madalas mamulikat ang mga paa ko noon. Nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako 3 times a day. Napansin ko talaga na nawala ito.
Mabibili sa mga suking butika.
Hirap ang paghinga, mabilis ang pagtibok ng puso. Senyalis yan ng asma. Iwasan ang asma at ang iba pang mga sakit. Mighty C, ang alkaline ng vitamin C na nagbibigay ng proteksyon sa ating katawan para everyday healthy. Mighty C, ang alkaline ng vitamin C. Mighty C.
Tila ba may hangin sa tiyan at masakit sa pakiramdam? Kabag yan! Mag Santon Plus Herbal Oil. Isang pahid lang, tanggal agad ang kabag. Santon Plus Herbal Oil. Ang pamahid na all-in-one sa presyong magaan. Santon Plus Herbal Oil.
Ang gusto ko sa lalaki, yung tigasin, yung hindi agad-agad sumusuko, yung kaya kong dalhin hanggang sa tuktok, yung bang turbo kong bumira.
Turbo Dietary Herbal Supplement for Men. Sa performance, panalo sa turbo. Mabibili na sa inyong suking butika.
Santon Plus Herbal Soap. May antioxidant na, may anti-wrinkles pa. Santon Plus Herbal Soap. Nakatutulong para maiwasan ang pagkudubot ng balat, dala ng stress. Para sa bata at preskong kutis. Santon Plus Herbal Soap. Healthy beauty sa abot kayang halaga. Mabibili sa malapit na butika.
Nature Soya Coffee. May genistein at digoxin na anti-cancer substance. Nature Soya Coffee. Tinutunaw ang mga mayoma, goiter, tumor at cyst. Nature Soya Coffee. Ang kape para sa inyong kalusugan.
Parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Asuncion Makadat, isang housewife. Mabilis sumakit yung balikat ko at mabilis mangalay. Nag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako. Malaking tulong talaga.
kayo rin mag-Sandom Plus Herbal Capsule na.
Okay, tayo po nagbabalik dito sa ating pong programa. At sa mga kaibigan natin na meron mga katanungan, just text lang sa ating pong numero, 0947-614-9971. Okay, Doc, magandang gabi ho. Ano po ba ang mainam sa constipation? Ako si Carmelita Galvez.
Okay, Ma'am Carmelita, para po sa constipation, ang mainam po dyan, pagkain na mayaman po sa fiber or laxative. Ha? Ito po ang mga pagkain. Tayo mga Pilipino, makikanin, rice talaga. So, ang rice na hindi nagpapakonstipate, ito po, black rice, red rice, brown rice, unpolished rice. Yun po ha, yung mga hindi masyadong napapaputi dahil yun po ay mayaman sa fiber. Kumbaga mga hibla, parang walis po yan. Okay? At ito na naman, sa mga ulam natin, meron tayong gulay na hindi naman lutong-luto. Maari po na half-cook, tapos maliban pa sa mayroon kayong half-cook na pagkain, meron pa kayong uncooked raw salads na gulay. Yan po ha, sa kanin at mga gulay. Dito na naman po tayo sa mga prutas. Oo. Ano ang mga prutas na mayaman sa fiber? Ito po, saging saba. Kumain po kayo ng saging saba na hinog pero hindi niluto, hindi nilaga. Okay? Kung walang saging saba, apple. It's either Fuji or New Zealand apple. Ayan ha. Kung mayroon ding kapanahunan, pero hindi masyadong lagi partner, itong pinya, no? Oo, parang seasonal kasi siya eh. Yung pinya, mainam po yan ang kainin. Di ba? May marami siyang parang mga buhok. Oo. At saka, pwede rin yung chico. Oo, yung mga prutas na yan. Yan ay nagpapabilis ng peristalsis movement natin. Okay? At dahan-dahan po ha, o iwasan muna po ninyo ang pagkain ng mga meat foods, mga karne, dahil hard to digest po yan. It takes 17 to 71 hours digestion. Oo. Kaya lumalaki yung mga tiyan ng marami. Ano? Whereas sa mga prutas at gulay, 4 hanggang 5 oras, tunaw na. Oo, kaya mas mabilis ang pagdaloy. Hindi babaho yung iyong dumi. Excuse po sa mga kumakain ha, at nagiinom. At yun po, ano, mag-juice din po ha. The best po na mag-juice ng mga katas ng pinya, pwede rin yun, no? Yung mga ibang mga prutas at gulay, mag-juice kayo. Isang baso lang araw-araw, okay na po. And then kasama po yung exercise. Oo. Kasi nagpapa-enhance din yun ng peristalsis movement. At then, uminom po kayo ng tubig. Upon rising in the morning, no? Pagising sa umaga, uminom na po kayo ng isa na basong maligamgam na tubig. Pero instead of maligamgam kasi partner, mas mabuti po na magkape na kayo ng Nature's Soya Coffee.
Sabay niyo na.
Sabay na. Para matutulak yung mga dumi. Ayan, ano. So, yun po. And then, uminom po kayo ng Santon Plus Gold. Ha? 1 capsule 2 times lang po yan. And then may partner siya na Mighty C, 1 capsule 2 times a day din po yan. Inumin nyo po ito ha, ng sabay, 30 minutes to 1 hour before or after meal.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Doc. At tanong po ni Ma'am Mila Quintans, gadi po, pwede po ba yung Santon Plus yung mga bata, mga 4 years old? Salamat po.
Ma'am Mila, ang Santon Plus wala pong pinipili ito, no? Especially sa mga nakakalunok na po, oo, na mga bata. 4 years old, pwede na kasi yung anak ko nga 3 years old eh. Oo. Pero ang ginagawa ko kasi just to be sure na hindi pa siya matutunaw, no? Yung hindi kasi agad-agad natutunaw, partner, it takes minutes, minute or minutes, ay matutunaw siya. So ang ginagawa, tinatanggal doon sa capsule, tapos i-mix sa kanilang inumin na sariwang katas na mga prutas. Ayan, the best. O di kayo yung pinapainom ko kasi yung anak ko, partner, ng yung Nature Soya Coffee. Kasi ayoko na ako lang ang umiinom ng Nature Soya Coffee tapos naglalaway siya. O yung gusto na niya sanang lumunok pero wala eh. Parang ba tayo ba na tayo lang ang nasatisfy ng kape, Kasi nga, bawal nga sa mga bata ang mga kape. Oo, hindi talaga maganda yon. Pero yung Nature Soy Coffee pwede sa kanila.
Ayun.
Oo. Ayan.
So, hindi lang pala matanda ang pwede ng Nature Soy Coffee, Doc. Pati bata. Pwede po.
Nagkakape siya, tapos yung Santon Plus, ano yun? Yung
Ihalo, i-mix.
Ibuhos doon, i-mix doon sa Nature Soy Coffee, pwede siyang uminom nun.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Doc. At next question, Jocelyn Darosa po, ito ng Quezon City. Maganda ngayon po, tanong ko lang po kung ano ang pwedeng gamot. Madalas po kumikilot ang aking mata. Nagtanong na po ako sa doktor kung ano po ang gamot. Sabi po ay, okay, yung pain reliever daw, Doc. Pero hindi siya uminom.
I see. Ma'am Jocelyn, kapag ka masakit ang inyong mata, maaari po na mayroong pressure doon sa mga maliliit na litid. I-consider ho natin yan. O di kaya napapatagal po ang inyong pagbabasa, napatagal po ang inyong panunood, napatagal ang inyong pagtulog, tapos kinabukasan, naligo kayo. Magkakaroon po ng tinatawag na over fatigue, itong mga maliliit na nerbyo ng ating mata. Oo, pag namamaga yan, ay talagang masakit. Oo. So, kapag uminom ka kasi po ng pain reliever, temporarily, nawawala yung pain dahil pinanumb na lang yun eh. Oo, nagnumb siya. Pero yung cause, kung hindi mo baguhin nyo pong yung ganitong paraan, na matagal matulog, nagbabasa nagbabad ng babad sa TV, wala pa rin mangyayari. Oo. Pero kung ito ay ma-check nyo na po, masaayos na, kahit wala kang iinumin na anuman. Yun po ang sa ating lifestyle kasi. Oo. And iwasan nyo rin po yung mga lugar na kung saan mayroong mga basura o mga alikabok, na pag dumaan yung hangin, yung pag hinihip ng hangin, ganon yung liparan yung mga alikabok na may mga dumi doon, maari din po yan na infection or allergy, yan po. Pero kung hindi naman siya namumula, hindi naman yun seryoso, hindi naman yun nakakatakot po, Ayan. So, ang gagawin nyo po, kung mayroon kayo dyan na tinatawag po ng mga eye ointment, pwede yan. Yung mga eye drops, pwede nyo po siyang lagyan. And isa din, nakakatulong po yung sapat na pag-inom ng tubig. Kasi papaano tayo magkakaroon ng minsan kasi partner, nagkakaroon ng dryness ng mata kaya sumasakit. Dahil wala nang lubrication, wala nang dulas. O kulang sa tubig, o di kaya hindi mahilig sa mga madudulas na mga gulay, kagaya ng saluyot, ano pang madudulas? Okra, yun po alugbati, matubig sila. Yun din po ay soft, nagpapalambot ng ating yung membrane ng itong ating parts ng ating mata. Kaya napakadulas yan. Oo. Hindi masakit, hindi magkakaroon ng parang
friction?
Friction, oo.
Nakikiskisan?
Oo. Kaya ganon. So, yun po. At iwasan nyo rin po yung mga makakati at maaalat na mga pagkain. Yung mga tuyo, daing, binuro, bagoong, masarap yan. Pero hindi advisable po sa inyo. Okay? And then, situit na araw-araw po kayong maliligo. Pero kapag medyo napapansin nyo talaga na ibang-iba yung pain, subukan nyo po yung hydrotherapy. Okay? Magpakulo kayo ng tubig, ilalagay nyo po sa batya or bowl, tapos lagyan nyo ng tubig na malamig na ang kanyang init po ng tubig kahit abot lang po ng 30 to 35 degrees. Ayan. Tapos ibabad nyo po yung face towel, ilalagay nyo po sa inyong mata na masakit. Oo. Kasi meron siyang natural anesthetic effect. Kung hindi bumagay doon, meron pang isa. Mainit yon, hindi bumagay doon. Doon tayo sa cold compress. Doon na naman sa ice pack. Ilalagay nyo po sa mata. Try nyo po, Ayan. And then, uminom po kayo ng Santon Plus Gold. 1 capsule 2 times lang po yan. Pero may kasama siyang Mighty C. Ang Mighty C, 1 capsule 2 times a day din po. Itong dalawa pagsabayin sa pag-inom, 30 minutes to 1 hour before or after meal.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Doc. At galing po kay Ma'am Belen Tarnate, ano po ang pwede ko inumin na juice, yung gulay at prutas na i-blender? Diabetic po kasi ako. Thanks po.
Ma'am, pagka-diabetic po kayo, no, ang mainam po dyan na gagamitin nyo po, hindi blender, kundi juicer. Or electric juicer or power extractor.
Ayun.
Okay? Yun po sila. So, para pag umandar na siya, magkahiwalay na po yung sapal at saka yung katas lang. Oo. So, the best po yung mga prutas na hindi masyadong matamis, no? Kagaya ng watermelon, i-juice nyo po yan, no? Yung singkamas, oo, matubig siya, pero hindi matamis, ano? Yun ay kabilang din po sa pwede nyong iinumin. O di kaya, yung mga citrus fruit juices na hindi naman masyadong matamis, ano? And sa mga gulay, kapag meron kayong diabetes, ay mas mainam po na uminom kayo ng sariwang katas ng string beans. Ano yun sa Tagalog? Sitaw. Oo. Ayan. O di kaya yung pinaglagaan yan, pwede rin. Oo. Pero the best talaga yung katas niya, partner. O juicer man, di mas mabilis. No? O di kaya yung grapefruit. Oo. Ano yung grapefruit? Kabugaw? Kabugaw or sa Tagalog? Basta grapefruit, ha? English kasi American ang ating na ano kasi na tinatawag dito yung source, no?
Tawag kasi sa amin orange lang.
Orange ba?
Tawag sa amin orange lang.
Pero grapefruit,
grapefruit.
the best talaga yan sa mayroong diabetes. Oo. And pwede din sa mga yung ampalaya, pagkakatasin niyo po ang ampalaya, iinumin. Mapait yan, pero ang didudulot yan, ang tamis ng buhay mo. Wala ka ng problema sa sugar glucose. Ha? Ano yan. Pero yung pagkain nyo po, i-check nyo po yan. Hindi masyadong makarne, yung mga white rice, no? At saka yung mga overripe, malapit nang mag-overripe na mga prutas, hindi rin po maganda sa inyo. Yung mga sugary foods, sweet foods, ay iwasan nyo po yun. At ganoon yung mga drinks na matatamis. Oo. And then, tubig, 8 to 10 glasses of water daily. And isama nyo po yung Santon Plus Gold. 1 capsule 2 times lang. 2 times a day. At ang Mighty C naman po ay 1 capsule 2 times a day din. Pagsabayin sa pag-inom, 30 minutes to 1 hour before or after meal.
Okay. Maraming salamat po, Doc. Ano? At galing po kay 2790. Pwede po ba ang Santon Plus sa prostate?
Okay. Ang Santon Plus Gold ay napakainan po siya para sa tinatawag na prostate, prostate problem. Oo.
Baka may prostate problem siya.
Yes, kung may prostate problem, benign, hyperplasia or enlargement ba, nakakatulong po ang Santon Plus Gold. So, ito po ang dosage niyan, 1 capsule 2 times a day, pero kung medyo advanced na, medyo malala ng konti, gawin nyo pong 3 times a day. Oo. At may kasama po siya na Mighty C. Ang Mighty C naman, 1 capsule, 2 times lang po siya. Kaya kahit makaubos lang ng 1,000 milligrams or more, no? Kasi ang ating Mighty C parang nasa 550. Oo. Edi, meron ka ng mahigit 1,000 milligrams ng vitamin C. Oo. Natural pa. Oo. Kaya napakainam po yan sa may prostate. Pero mayroong bawal sa prostate, problem. Huwag niyang pagkainin lagi ng karne, ha? Ayan, yung mga mataas sa allergens, seafood, seashells, hindi maganda. Isda na walang kaliskis, hindi ba mainam sa kanya. Yung may mga kaliskis po na isda, okay lang. Hindi pinirito. Tapos, bawal po ang pagbibisikleta. Alam mo, partner, itong pagbibisikleta, di ba minsan yung mga upuan ng bisikleta matigas? Very soft yung ating yung prostate dito sa pagitan ng ating yung bayag at saka yung puwet. Excuse po sa mga kumakain dyan. Oo. Kaya ma-aggravate yan. So, iwasan muna po yung mga ilan sa mga gano'n. O di kaya yung mga upuan ba, partner, na wooden, yung mga kahoy?
May tigas na kahoy.
Oo. Kasi may ipit yan. Tayong mga lalaki kasi, naka-usli yan dito sa ilalim kaya piliin nyo po yung medyo malambot na upuan. Okay? So, ulitin ko, Santon Plus Gold and Mighty C.
Ayan. Pwede rin lang isabay, Doc, yung Nature's Soya Coffee.
Yes, oo.
Kung kayo po ay
pwede.
mahilig magkape, ayan, yun na lang po ang gamitin nyo pampalit, sa mga iniinom nyo ng mga caffeinated coffee.
Oo.
Ang atin pong Nature's Soya Coffee. Baka kadagdag po yan, pampabilis, na maging healthy yung prostate gland po
It's
ninyo.
because of the isoflavone.
Yes.
Yan, oo.
Okay, next question. Good eve, Doc. Ask ko lang, yung Mighty C, pwede po ba tanggalin na lang yung balat, yung powder na lang yung tutunawin sa tubig? Eden from Makati. Yes, pwede po.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Eden, pwede po na tanggalin siya. Napakabilis. Pero yung ibang partner, very curious, no? Na sabihin na, baka maiipundok sa tiyan at lalaki yung tiyan ko dahil sa mga empty gel, Hindi po, ma'am, dahil it can be easily dissolved, no? Sa tubig. Water soluble din yun.
Opo. Tsaka ang mga po natin, mga produkto po natin, veggie cup siya, Doc,
Yeah, veggie.
Veggie cup.
Vegetable galing po yan.
Yes po. Hindi po galing sa
taba ng anuman.
So mabilis po siyang ma-dissolve. Mabilis siyang matunaw kahit nga sa dila nyo pa lang natutunaw na yung capsule. Pero kung yung sa mga hindi po makainom, Doc, makainom ng capsule, pwede pong tanggalin po ninyo.
Yes.
Pwede nyo pong
simple lang. Paraan.
Tapos ihalo nyo po sa mga iniinom na mga inumin po niyo, ha? Okay, sa mga kabayan natin, mga late tuner po natin, kung meron po kayong mga tanungan, just text lang sa atin pong numero 0947-614-9971. Again, 0947-614-9971. Nainom na po kami mag-asawa ng Nature Soya Coffee at Santone Plus Capsule. Gusto din sana namin mag-take ng Mighty C. Kaya lang wala kaming mabilhan. Duhat sa Tagalog. Saan po kayo na area?
Okay.
I-text nyo na po kung saan po kayo na area at i-check nyo po sa mga pinakamalapit na mga butika. Yung mga maliliit po na drugstore sa inyo pong lugar, mari kayo maka-avail dyan ng mga produkto po natin. Santone Plus Gold, Nature Soya Coffee, at iba pang mga produkto po natin.
Maraming salamat po sa inyo, sir and ma'am, kasi mag-asawa sila. Talagang napakaganda po yung kanilang desisyon na silang dalawa umiinom sila ng Nature Soya Coffee. Salamat po sa inyong pagtangkilik nito. Nawa ay pagpalain kayo ng Diyos at subukan nyo lang po na magtanong kung saan man ang mga lugar at saka i-text nyo po, follow up ma'am or sir, kung saan kayong lugar para ma-check po namin.
Okay. From Jones, good evening, Doc. Ano po ba ang pwede kong gawin? Kasi po lagi akong kinakabag at humahapdi ang sikmura ko minsan.
Okay, Sir Jones, kapag humahapdi ang sikmura, ibig sabihin po mayroong iritasyon. O di kaya nagkakaroon ng sugat. Baka tumaas po ang hydrochloric acid nyo, yung asido na pantunaw sa pagkain. At minsan kasi, oras na ng kainan, hindi pa tayo nakakain. So instead na ang tutunawin niya yung pagkain, wala man, kaya magkakaroon ng sugat sa loob at saka magdudulot ng kabag yan. Pero kung hindi man tinatawag na ulcer, baka mayroon po kayong namumuong mga bato, mga graba, ang sabi na gravels yung mga tinatawag na gallbladder stones. Mainam po na magpatingin po kayo sa malapit ninyong mga hospital or laboratorio, pero bago po kayo magpupunta doon, ito muna ang gawin. Pagising sa umaga, inom na po kayo ng Nature's Soya Coffee. Okay? Bago kayo kumain ng almusal, mga 30 minutes to 1 hour, mag-juice po kayo, katasin nyo po, ikaw lang po mismo para sigurado malinis at walang halong iba. Yung kamote, o di kaya patatas, o di kaya repolyo. Yung sariwang katas ang inyo pong iinumin. Mas mainam po na wala pang laman ang tiyan para sulo siya na magkakaroon na siya ng healing process sa inyong tiyan. Kung sakali na sugat lang yun. So, isang suspecha ko, sinabi ko nga, kung baka mayroong bato, so hindi na naman yun ang gagawin natin. Bago kayo matulog sa gabi, ay gawin niyo po iinom po kayo ng 30 to 50 ml na extra virgin olive oil. Okay? And then may halo siyang calamansi juice or lemon juice. Inumin niyo po yan. Kapag kinabukasan, mapapansin nyo na pagpunta nyo sa CR, mayroong sumasama na mga buo-buo, mga bato-bato. Oo, pero malambot yan ha. Gravel ang tawag niyan ng mga eksperto. Pero malambot lang po yan. Yun ang nagbablock, yun ang naghaharang kasi sa ating bile duct, sir, maari po. No? Pag natanggal yan, ay talagang napakalaking ginhawa. Pero habang ngayon naramdaman nyo po, lagyan nyo po ng hot compress, external application sa labas ng tiyan, ha? O yung mainit na bote. Pero sa loob din, meron ding mainit. Oo. Kaya in and out, ha? External application and internal. Kaya dual application sa atin, May mainit na tubig o yung hot compress, iinom ka rin po ng maligamgam para mismo sa loob. Ayan, excuse. Alright, so yun po ang ilan sa mga dapat nyong gawin. At saka, baguhin ha, kapag ka-time ng kainan, huwag nang patagalin. Ayan. Pero kung sakali, minsan kasi partner, oras na ng kainan, kapag nagbibiyahe ka, lalo kung nagko-commute ka, hindi mo hawak ang oras mo, di ba? Ang dapat gawin, kahit na lumipas na yung oras o tamang oras ng kainan, dapat meron kang baong tubig.
Ayun.
Kasi kung meron kang baong tubig, ang matapang na kagaya ng tapang ng baterya ng sasakyan, na talagang nakakasugat yan sa tiyan natin, yung sa ating villi or sa mga sensitibong bahagi, ay man-neutralize yan ng tubig. Oo, so napakalaking tulong. And then, uminom po kayo ng Santon Plus Gold. 1 capsule, 2 times a day. Samahan niyo po yan ng Mighty C. Ang Mighty C naman, 1 capsule 2 times a day. Pagsabay nitong dalawa sa pag-inom, 30 minutos hanggang 1 oras bago kumain o di kaya pagkatapos kumain. God bless you po.
Okay. Maraming salamat po, Doc, sa pagsagot, pagtugon sa mga kababayan po natin. At dahil wala na po tayong oras, napakaiksi talaga ng oras po natin, Hanggang bukas po muli, mga kaibigan. Huling mensahe po, Doc, para sa mga listener po natin.
Sa lahat po ng aming mga ginigiliw at minamahal na mga regular na tagapakinig at taga-subaybay, nanonood sa amin via Facebook Live. Kung kayo po ay may malusog na katawan, nais po namin na manatili po yan sa inyo. Pero kung sakaling meron ho kayong nararamdaman, nais din po namin na muling maibabalik yung dati nyong kalusugan at gagaling po kayo. Yun ang aming mission at vision. So, kasama po dyan ang tamang pagkain, ayon sa ating sinasabi, specific na mga pagkain at dapat iwasang mga pagkain, ano ang dapat inumin at anong mga inumin na dapat iwaksi o isantabi o iwasan, at ang ating lifestyle. Kasama din po ang ating pananalig at patitiwala at pananampalataya sa kapangyarihan ng Diyos dahil siya ang ating mighty physician, the mighty doctor, and the mighty healer, the doctor of doctors. The doctor above all doctors. Kaya dapat po ilagak natin ang ating puso at ating isipan, pasalamatan natin siya lagi at ating hingin ang basbas. Dahil wala na po kaming sapat na panahon, mga kaibigan, ang inyong lingkod, Dr. Rabaya, kabilang sa mga Doctor of Ministry in Alternative Medicine sa Pilipinas, ay ang inyong lingkod magsasabing, tandaan, ang kalusugan ay siyang kayamanan. Health is wealth. Kaya kung may karamdaman, huwag baliwalain. Baka ito'y lumala at hindi na magapan. Kaya habang may buhay at habang may hininga, may pag-asa. At ang sabi ng eksperto, if there is more educating, there is less medicating. Maraming salamat po. Magandang gabi. God bless us all.
Maraming salamat po, Doc, at maraming salamat sa mga avid listeners po natin. Hanggang sa araw po ng bukas, magkasama-sama tayo dito sa ating pong programa, Kaalamang Pangkalusugan o Kalusugan, Iwas Karamdaman. At maraming salamat po. Magandang gabi. Pagpalain nawa po tayo ng poong may kapal.
Hirap ang paghinga, mabilis ang pagtibok ng puso. Senyales yan ng asma. Iwasan ang asma at ang iba pang mga sakit. Mighty C, ang alkaline the vitamin C, na nagbibigay ng proteksyon sa ating katawan para everyday healthy. Mighty C, ang alkaline the vitamin C. Mighty C.
Parami na ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Sally B. Bartolome, isang barangay kagawad. Madali akong mapagod at nahihirapan kumilos. Nung nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako, natulungan ako nito na mas maging masigla araw-araw.
Mabibili sa mga suking butika.
Ako nga pala si Jenaline Malunusan. Nang mabalitaan ko sa radyo yung Santon Plus, hindi na ako nagdalawang isip na bumili. Ginawa ko siyang 3 times a day. Nang hindi pa nakadating ng 1 week, marami na akong naramdaman na maganda sa katawan ko, lalo na sa pagdating ng monthly ko. Magaan na yung pakiramdam ko, lalo na sa paggaan ng puson ko at saka relax na relax ako.
Kayo rin, mag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule na mabibili sa mga butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ang Pride with Fabric Conditioner. Ngayon, may blooming na bango ng Sakura. Pride with Fabric Conditioner. May Sakura Blooming Pearls para sa labadang blooming sa linis, labadang blooming sa bango for as long as 24 hours. Para sa blooming na labada, i-Pride Sakura mo na. Pride Sakura Blossom. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified. World-class quality.
Marami na ang natulungan ng Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Carmay Pagayunan. Nagtatrabaho ako sa isang bakery. Palagi na lang nasa mainit na lugar. Kaya namamanhid yung mga paa ko, yung mga balikat ko. Sinabi ng kaibigan ko, itry mo yung Santon Plus. Naging magaan na yung pakiramdam ko sa katawan ko. Hindi ko na masyadong nararamdaman yung pangangalay. At hindi na ako masyadong napapagod. Kahit overtime sa trabaho, okay lang.
Kayo rin, mag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule na mabibili sa mga butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Dumarami na ang guminhawa gamit ang Mighty C.
Ako si Maria Asuncion, isang magsasaka. May hyperacidity ako kaya nahirapan ako maghanap ng vitamin C. Yung Mighty C, alkaline, base at natural, iniinom ko ngayon.
Kontrahin ang mga sakit. Vitamin C na alkaline base. Mighty C.
Ako nga pala si Jenaline Malunusan. Nang mabalitaan ko sa radyo yung Santon Plus, hindi na ako nagdalawang isip na bumili. Ginawa ko siyang 3 times a day. Nang hindi pa nakadating ng 1 week, marami na akong naramdaman na maganda sa katawan ko, lalo na sa pagdating ng monthly ko. Magaan na yung pakiramdam ko, lalo na sa paggaan ng puson ko at saka relax na relax ako.
Kayo rin, mag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule na mabibili sa mga butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Juanita Bueno, isang housewife. Mabilis mangalay ang aking braso. Nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako. Napansin ko talaga ang malaking pagbabago.
Mabibili sa mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Marami na ang natulungan ng Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Carmay Pagayunan. Nagtatrabaho ako sa isang bakery. Palagi na lang nasa mainit na lugar. Kaya namamanhid yung mga paa ko, yung mga balikat ko. Sinabi ng kaibigan ko, itry mo yung Santon Plus. Naging magaan na yung pakiramdam ko sa katawan ko. Hindi ko na masyadong nararamdaman yung pangangalay. At hindi na ako masyadong napapagod. Kahit overtime sa trabaho, okay lang.
Kayo rin, mag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule na mabibili sa mga butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Sally B. Bartolome, isang barangay kagawad. Madali akong mapagod at nahihirapan kumilos. Nung nag-Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ako, natulungan ako nito na mas maging masigla araw-araw.
Mabibili sa mga suking butika. Narito ang isang patunay ng sarap at bisa ng Nature's Soya Coffee.
Ako si Jeneline Salvador, taga San Miguel. Sumasakit ang tiyan ko pagkatapos kumain. Sinubukan ko ang Nature's Soya Coffee. Natulungan nito ang pagnormal ng feeling ko.
Kapaywa ng cafe, Nature's Soya Coffee. Mabibili sa mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Nature's Soya Coffee ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ako nga pala si Jenaline Malunusan. Nang mabalitaan ko sa radyo yung Santon Plus, hindi na ako nagdalawang isip na bumili. Ginawa ko siyang 3 times a day. Nang hindi pa nakadating ng 1 week, marami na akong naramdaman na maganda sa katawan ko, lalo na sa pagdating ng monthly ko. Magaan na yung pakiramdam ko, lalo na sa paggaan ng puson ko at saka relax na relax ako.
Kayo rin, mag Santon Plus Herbal Capsule na mabibili sa mga butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Handog namin itong kantang to para sa lahat ng Pilipino. Tayo na po't magkais at magtulungan para malagpasan po natin ang pagsubok na ito. Stay home. Tara, sabay-sabay nating awitin.
Sawari mo'y nag-iisa.
Lahat kanya-kanya.
Ngunit di man nagsasama.
Kaya pa magkaisa.
Isa sa pag-iingat.
Isa sa ating dasal. Laging nagpapatunay
Na tayo'y makatao pa.
Together we are being called to make a future world. The test we face is for us to prove that we can heal as one. We heal as one with kindness. We heal as one. We serve, we share, we show compassion. We heal as one.
Sawari mo'y nag-iisa. But when we heal as one. Isa sa pag-iingat. Isa sa ating dasal.